Ridgeline High School Sports is a presentation of 104.5 The Ranch and CashValleyDaily.com. Brought to you by Adams Wealth Advisors, Great Basin Graphics, McDonald's, Logo Shop, Castelite, Napa Auto Parts, Planet Fitness, El Salvador Los Primos, DD Auto Salvage, Advanced Integrated Systems, Cache Valley Auto Care, Les Olson Company, New Horizons Beauty College, and CashValleyDaily.com. Now, it's time for the Ridgeline Riverhawks on 104.5 The Ranch.
Welcome to Ridgeline High School, everyone. I'm Dave Simmons, as always, joined by the Patriot, Nick Zollinger. And we are live at Ridgeline High School, getting set for another varsity basketball game with two Valley rivals, as Green Canyon has made the trip down south just a couple miles to face these Riverhawks. Both teams on opposite ends of the spectrum, Nick, when it comes to region standings. I don't know how, and we're going to have a lot of our Green Canyon friends listening in on this one, and I think a lot of them would agree with me. I'm not sure how they're currently winless in the region, because coming into this season, I thought they had a lot going for them, and they just haven't been able to get that kind of momentum going that I think that a lot of us thought they could find.
Well, I can tell you how, Dave. I talked to Coach Logan Brown before the game, and he says, man, we've just been hammered with injuries. Ben Elston, a junior, goes about 6'4", was one of their better players coming into this season. He's only played 2 games. He hurt his knee after the second game of the season and has been unable to play since then. That's one major injury. The second has been Jackson Drysdale. He hurt his wrist, and he is also out for the season. So 2 season-ending injuries from 2 key players for Green Canyon. And it's just left them with, from what I've, at least matching up against a team like Ridgeline, it's really brought their size down. Elston goes 6'4", Drysdale goes 6'7". You'd love to have that size to match up against Carson Cox or Luke Sorensen or Jagger Frankham. And I think the difference in this game, or the biggest challenge, and Coach Logan Brown pointed it out to me, it's just matching up to the size of Ridgeline is virtually impossible for these Green Canyon Wolves. One thing he loves about these kids is they've just continued to fight, though. They have not packed it in, Dave. They have not given up one bit. They continue to battle, and in the losses that they've had, it seems to just be a 2 or 3 minute stretch to where they have no offensive answer, and they can't stop anyone defensively, and they turn the ball over way too much, and they dig themselves in a 15-point hole in the matter of 3 minutes, and by then it's over with, So their last game against Bear River, you can look at the first half box score, and they only scored 12 points. So I'm sure that somewhere in that first half, Coach Brown can point to about 4 or 5 minutes in that game to where they didn't even score a point. And that really is what was the outcome of the difference in that game against Bear River. But
you wonder if there's a demoralization situation going on right now, in the fact that you get beat in double overtime as you're hosting Mountain Crest. It's a game where I think a lot of people thought it's a game they could have won. And then you get beat by Logan, and that's a tough game for Coach Logan Brown to lose too, as he left Logan High to go coach Green Canyon, and I'm sure that one didn't sit very well with him. And then you lose to Skyview handily. Now, Skyview's very good, but if Green Canyon has their biggest rival is definitely Skyview, you lose that one, and then you almost feel like it's just you can't stop that bad mojo.
You're trying to get the wheels back on the train, right?
Yeah, and then they go and they host Bear River, and you get beat at home by Bear River by 13. Again, another game that I would think most of our Green Canyon friends and fans would have thought that they could have won. You worry I would worry from a coach's perspective that my kids might be just going through the motions now, but as you said, you think that coach still feels like they're fighting.
Coach Logan Brown still loves the fight he has in this team, and he does not, there is no way they have given up or packed it in for the season. They've faced a lot of tough injuries. They got a lot of youth out there playing, with the exception of Anderson, the with the exception of Jared Anderson, I mean, he's a junior. Mitch Larson is the only senior that steps on the court. Oh, sorry, Dylan Davis does as well. But not a lot of experience out there other than Anderson has a lot of varsity time, but he knows his team's young, he knows his team's banged up, but he also knows his team still has a lot of fight in him, and they're going to come here into the Ridgeline Gymnasium and try to give the Riverhawks all they want. Now, at Green Canyon, I want to say, was it 10-6 or 10-4 after one quarter of play between these two teams?
It was a very low-scoring game.
Very low scoring to start.
In the first quarter, and then Ridgeline took off.
They scored 25 in the second quarter to stretch the lead out. It was 10-6, and then they went on a 25-11 run, and they were up 31-21 at the half in the last matchup. And then in the second quarter, I think they made some nice adjustments. In the second half, they made some nice adjustments. I remember in that game thinking in the first quarter as I watched it, man, Ridgeline's taken way too many three-point shots in this game than they should be, given the size advantage that they have. So we'll see if Ridgeline is committed to working the ball into the paint and getting the ball down low into Jagger Frankham or Luke Sorensen's hands and letting the ball go from there, as opposed to swinging it around the perimeter and taking all those three-point shots like they can get in some offensive, in my opinion, slumps doing.
Yeah, the three-point shot hasn't been the forte for this Ridgeline team.
Has not been their strength.
But if they can work it from the inside out, that's great. Now, and my philosophy is the bigs have to really go, really get down the floor so that you can enter early.
Yeah.
And then you can work from the inside out. But if your early offense means your bigs are just dragging behind, yeah, they can set that drag screen. But sometimes I just don't feel like they're either one, looking in there at those guys.
They don't look at it a lot of times.
Or two, they're unwilling to try to make that entry pass.
They're not comfortable doing it. Yep.
Which can be a little bit tricky at times, and especially if you've had some turnovers, because I'm going to tell you what, if anytime a kid turns the ball over, no matter how it happens, that's going to find you bench time. And from a perimeter player's perspective, there were times where I felt like I made a good entry pass and somehow it was poked away from behind by the guy guarding the guy I was throwing it to. When that happens enough, Nick, I'm going to stop throwing it in there until I get the confidence back in the fact that my guy's going to go and take that half a step towards the ball and secure it. So I don't know if there's any of that going on, and I'm not claiming that there is, but there are times where I feel like that those guys in the post have been open and they haven't got the ball.
I would say your first example is probably more common than the second. I think the kids aren't looking at it. They're not seeing it. Exactly. Conversely, on the other side, Green Canyon, if they get hot from beyond the arc, I think that is their strength. And if Jared Anderson gets going from deep, he could keep Green Canyon in this game, but that's what it's going to take. It's going to take a lights-out shooting effort from Green Canyon to stay in this one, because I just think that size or Ridgeline has got them a little bit outmatched. One note here, we've talked about the Green Canyon kids that are going to be missing from this game. On the Ridgeline side, you're going to be missing senior guard Zach Skinner, who usually comes off the bench first in the six-man position. He's not going to play tonight as he caught an elbow from teammate Grady Workman in practice, and he's suffering from concussion symptoms. So he's out this game and potentially the next game against Bear River.
That's a long stretch there. That must have happened.
I think it just happened yesterday or the day before. Yeah,
okay,
so very recent.
So what does that mean then? Are we going to see a little bit more of Creighton Jenks, or are we going to see a little more of Diego Vasquez?
Well, I think you're going to see a lot more of Creighton Jenks. I expect to see him come off the bench first. Now, if you remember, when Jagger Frankham was hurt earlier in the season, Coach Day limited his rotation to 6 men. So you could see just Creighton Jenks come off the bench here tonight, and not as much. You might not see Diego Sanchez at all, but you could see still a 7-man rotation, and you got to think Diego's that next guy.
Yeah, and it could be a blessing in disguise, too, in giving a little bit of extra time and minutes to Creighton. Maybe that just
get some
extra
confidence
run
going.
can get him going a little bit. to where he can start to, I know he can shoot it. I think everybody that knows Creighton knows that he's put the work in, he can shoot it, but for whatever reason it hasn't gone down for him so far this season. Maybe it's just those extra minutes. He gets an extra time, an extra run, he'll get himself going, which would be huge as you move into the second half of region play and then ultimately the postseason.
Oh, 100%. Those two guards that come off the bench for Ridgeline, Creighton Jenks and Zach Skinner, they both bring a different element to the game. Zach a little more distributor, Creighton a shooter, and he can get hot at any time. And I love both of their defense, but Creighton especially plays some extremely tough defense. So even being that 6th or 7th man, you can put your fingerprint on the game without scoring a point. We've seen Cam Blotter do it. So there's ways. I'd love to see Creighton Jenks get going, though, with that three-point shot that he can make in bunches.
Once again, folks, if you're listening in your car on the way home from wherever you're going and you want to be able to watch this game, you can stream it at CashValleyDaily.com. Your video experience is powered by Adams Wealth Advisors. They put their clients first under any circumstance. Visit AdamsWealthAdvisors.com. We're going to have some boosters and some different in-game sponsors from both sides of this rivalry tonight. We appreciate the Green Canyon Booster Club supporting sponsors who support the sponsors who support the Wolves. Also, the Cater Shop, your one-stop missionary store, suits, ties, shirts, belts, shoes, and luggage. I've spent way too much at the Cater Shop in the last 6 months or so.
You got a kid in Africa.
Well, between that and all the other stuff going on.
Did I get that right?
Goodness.
Was that Africa?
Yeah, he's in Zimbabwe.
I was going to say Ethiopia, but I knew that wasn't quite right.
Yeah, well, Ethiopia's in Africa too.
Well, no, I mean, like, I was going to say Ethiopia.
Africa, gotcha. Yeah,
but I just knew Africa was the right answer. Yeah, so Zimbabwe is where he's at.
Yeah, it's fun. That group from last year, they're all over the world right now, and I'm sure our Green Canyon friends have similar situation going on there. So it's fun to see these kids and get out they're definitely out of their comfort zone, Nick.
He's eating like a pile of green mush. I saw
my gosh.
A little picture of.
Yeah, it's nasty. And Will Booth's eating balut. You ever heard of what that is?
No, I don't know. I don't want to know what that is.
You don't want to know. He's in the Philippines. Balut is you crack an egg and you got almost a chicken. It's a fetus. I mean, it's what it is. You've got feathers, you've got beaks.
I'm not touching
and they're
that.
eating it.
I'm not touching that. I don't care how hungry I am. I would rather starve.
Me too. Word on the streets has it that's a delicacy.
A balut.
I think it's spelled B-A-L-U-T.
Balut.
I don't know.
It sounds horrible.
I know.
Who in their right mind would crack that open and think, yep, I want to eat this. Yep.
That looks ready.
Wow.
We got about 5 minutes left, folks, before we start this one. So it gives us a chance to hear from some of our sponsors through commercials. So we'll take a quick break and come back in just a moment.
Are you looking for a rewarding career? Advanced Integrated Systems in Tremont is looking for passionate technicians to join the team. Work with your hands daily to create custom next-level smart home experiences for each client. To learn more about our career paths and rewarding benefits, visit AISAV.com.
Defense helps win championships. That's true in business too. This is Dave Simmons. Les Olson IT is the best defense for your network. Everything from copiers to outsourced IT services.
Les Olson IT.
What do they do at the Logo Shop? Custom design t-shirts, hats, and jackets with your company logo. Or put your logo on pens, drinkware, golf balls, travel accessories, outdoor gear, anything. Give them a call. Check out the possibilities.
Logo Stop, the Logo Shop.
Side by side. Welcome back to Ridgeline High School. Dave Simmons and Nick Zollinger, Mike Side with you here at this ball game where Green Canyon has come to town.
Are you dreaming of a new home but want to stay
Coming to this the other side of town for another region rival. We want to take a look at maybe some comparisons of these two teams as we get ready to start. But let's take a look first at Ridgeline's last opponent. We kind of dissected a little bit the Green Canyon first half of region play. Ridgeline goes to Logan and gets all they want from the Grizzlies and end up going to overtime for the victory.
Yeah, two late turnovers in that ball game kind of forced them into overtime somewhere I know they didn't want to win. I feel like they had all the opportunities in the world, Dave, to win that one in regulation, and somehow Logan squeaked in there and got it into overtime. And, Ridgeline kind of overpowered them in overtime and was able to run away with it. I think they ended up winning by 9, if I remember right. But, 55-55 tie, I believe, at the end of regulation. And then Ridgeline, they were able to figure some things out offensively. But that Justin Anderson there for
good player.
Logan, he's a really good player. He does it
methodically, too. To me, it was a quiet, what did he get, 21?
Is that what he had, 21?
21 is what Deseret News says, and 7 rebounds. Yeah, and, he's not the biggest, he's not the strongest, but he just finds his spots and he finishes.
He has very, very high basketball acumen. And not only does he get 21, but he makes his teammates around him better. He gets them involved as well.
It was a 12-3 margin in overtime, what Ridgeline was able to get. So, it was the offense went away in the overtime for Logan unless Ridgeline made some changes defensively or something, because it was all Ridgeline in the overtime.
Well, we've talked about this a little before. I watched him guard some of Logan's players way up high away from the basket with Luke Sorensen.
Yeah.
And I feel like Luke could have been under the hoop, allowing that player that he was that he was guarding out of the three-point line, basically just take those shots if he wants them and he's open, and then Luke could help with some of those back cuts from Anderson. Anderson was kind of hurting us there in the fourth quarter. I think he got not the bulk, but he got several points in the fourth, and he kind of carried him into overtime. So it was a fun game, very entertaining there at Logan High Gymnasium.
Yeah, so this one, again, as you mentioned, with the concussion protocol with Zach Skinner, we're going to probably see a little bit more out of Creighton Jenks and possibly Diego Vasquez. But the starting lineup should remain the same with Luke Sorensen, Jagger Frankham, Grady Workman, Cam Blotter. Did I miss one?
Did you get
Carson?
Carson. Yeah, of course. Don't forget Carson.
He played really well at Logan, too, I thought.
Feel like ever since the Skyview game, Carson has really tried to insert himself aggressively on the offensive side. And I have really thought in the last 2 games, Logan and Mountain Crest, that Carson offensively got much better. And sometimes I feel like he can disappear, or he becomes a little bit too passive offensively. But he shot the ball better from beyond the arc since the Skyview game, and he's playing some great offense right now for the Riverhawks.
Yeah, he is. I think he's such a weapon at that length. When you've got Jagger at his size, what do they list him at? 6'9"?
6'9".
You got Luke Sorensen at 6'7". To have Carson at
6'5",
and he might even be bigger than that, on your wing and can flash through the middle, that middle area in the free throw line area is just, to me, it's points for the taking for Carson.
Well, yeah, if you try to play a zone, you're going to have gaps like that where Carson can exploit you. And if you try to play these guys man, you better have the size and the length to man up against them, because Carson's effective in the post as well. So he is a nightmare matchup out there. But tonight, Ridgeline has these Wolves outsized, in my opinion, and I think they're going to utilize that size to their advantage.
Well, it'd be crazy not to, and I'm sure they're thinking the same thing. We got the national anthem coming up. We want to remind you we're going to be watching for our McDonald's player of the game for both sides. Visit your local McDonald's for pickup and drive-through. We'll take the break and come back for the starting lineups in just a moment.
Are you dreaming of a new home but want to stay in Green Canyon Boundary? This is Dale Marshall with Century 21 and Sierra Homes. We have 2 amazing developments in Hyde Park and North Logan. You can stay in your current home while the new one is being built and even get a reduction on your interest rate. Call me at 435-512-7386.
Preston Watts Collision and Glass has been your #1 resource for collision repair and auto glass. We specialize in windshield repairs. Competitive prices, call Preston Watts Collision and Glass at 563-3215. We do it right.
No matter how cold it is outside, you can keep warm and toasty inside with a quality-built, super-efficient York furnace. Call Advanced Heating and Air Conditioning at 752-7272. Online at advancedheating-ac.com. York, install confidence.
Now is the time to head over to Cache Valley Auto Care, because when your car isn't working right, you just need someone who can help make your life a little easier. Cache Valley Auto Care, behind Home Depot on 200 East, 1175 North.
At Cast-A-Lite, you'll choose from a huge selection of pavers and receive help from experts. You'll see just how easy it is to do it yourself. For brick, block, rock, paver, and tile, go where the pros go. Online at castalite.com.
The Green Canyon High School Wolves would like to thank their Alpha Club sponsors: Advanced Heating and Advanced Fireplace, Alpine Cleaning and Restoration, Ridgeline Cash Animal Hospital, Marcosian Auto, and Merrill's Convenience Stores Foothills.
Every day's a fiesta at El Salvador Los Primos Restaurant. All the excitement that you'd expect from the best Mexican Salvadorian cuisine. Try their authentic pupusas, street tacos, and more. Visit now and get the student special. Buy one burrito, get one for free. View their entire menu online at ElSalvadorLosPrimos.com.
Bailey Adams, Jason Foss. Now, for tonight's lineup for the Green Canyon Wolves.
Welcome back to Ridgeline High School. The national anthem performed a cappella by Michael Duffin. It's my next door neighbor, Nick, and that kid just belted that out. We've heard him do it twice. I think one of them was at football, and he does such a great job with that.
Yeah, absolutely does. Michael Duffin, is that his name?
Yep.
Yeah, he did a banger of a job. That was nice.
Nick, we got the starting lineups coming here for our Green Canyon Wolves, the visiting team here, so let's go ahead and have you take those away.
Yeah, for Green Canyon, starting is a junior guard. He goes 6'3", number 0, Jared Anderson, averages 18.5 points a game, 3 rebounds and 2 assists. Number 2 is Isaac Philamahala. He's a 6'4" junior, averages 8 points and 5 rebounds, and I know Coach Brown has been proud of the way he stepped up and has been playing better as of late, specifically. Number 4 is Dylan Davis, a senior guard. He goes 6 foot, averages 3.5 points a game. Number 12 is Mitch Larson, a 6'3" senior, averages 6.5 points a game and 2 rebounds. And rounding out the starting 5 is number 24, Owen Odom. He is a 6'1" junior. He's a 6'1" sophomore, Dave. Averages 4 points and 2 rebounds for the Wolves.
Yeah, Coach Ryan Odom's son at Utah State. The head coach for Green Canyon is Coach Logan Brown. The head coach for Ridgeline is Coach Kyle Day. The Ridgeline comes into this ball game with a 10-2 overall record. No, I'm lying to you. That's an old stat.
13-3.
13-3 overall record, and only 1 loss in region play. Here's the starting lineup for your Riverhawks. Number 1 is Grady Workman. He's a 6'2" senior, averaging 10 points per ball game. Number 2 is Cam Blotter. He's a 5'10" junior, averaging 5 points, 6 assists, and 3 rebounds a game. Number 3 is Carson Cox. He's a 6'5" junior, averaging 13.5 points per ball game. Number 34 is Luke Sorensen. He's a 6'7" senior, averaging 15 a game. Also pulls down 6 to 7 rebounds a contest. And number 35 is Jagger Frankham. He's a 6'9" junior, averages 10 points a game and 5 rebounds. 4 different players for Ridgeline averaging double figures. Not as much scoring on the Green Canyon side this year. Obviously the player to watch will be Jared Anderson, averaging 18 points a game. Cam Blotter into the front court, and a quick skip pass into the corner to Carson Cox. 3-ball, no good. Rebound on the backside by Blotter. Feeds it back into Carson. Layup, good.
Oh, it's great hustle by Cam Blotter as he gets the offensive rebound on the missed shot by Carson Cox and gets it right back to Carson for the easy layup in the first points of this ball game.
Yeah, that's all Cam Blotter right there. Left side, and now straight away is Jared Anderson. He's guarded by Grady Workman. Grady traditionally does get one of the most difficult assignments defensively. Straight away is Odom. Odom gets into the lane, tries to float it up. It's blocked by Luke Sorensen. Grabbed by Cam Blotter. Right side, Carson Cox. Carson down into the right side corner and then back outside to Workman. Workman spins, goes back to Cox. Now they get down low to Jagger Franklin. Brought it down a little too low and it's stripped away by Jared Anderson. Good defensive play by Anderson.
First turnover of the ball game, and Anderson raises for 3.
No good. Rebound grab by Sorensen. Knocked out from behind, but it goes right to Jagger. And he throws it to the feet of Workman, who handles it. Gives it to Sorensen and back to Workman, and he's straight between the circles. Now comes a little left. Hands it off to Blotter. He replaces him almost at half court. Now comes right, goes straight away back to Sorensen. Now Blotter down low is Frankham. 3-point shot on the way outside by Workman is no good. Rebound grab by Phil Mahala. Left side now pushing the other direction is Larson. Up top, Anderson. Now Odom on the right side, three-point range angle. Back up top straight away is Larson. Looks at a three, doesn't take it, gives back to Odom. In the lane, tries to go up, left-handed, scores it. Nice move by the sophomore.
Yeah, nice little finish, and it appears that he is left-handed, Dave. If you looked at that right, wouldn't you say he is?
He definitely looked comfortable with it, didn't he?
I think his shot before was blocked on the left side as well, so Odom with a nice little kiss off the glass for Green Canyon's first 2 points.
Right side three-point range is Carson Cox. Gets into the free throw line and kicks it back outside to Frankham. Tries to drive on the baseline, spins, he's hit, but he gets it out to Workman. Workman hook pass down to Sorensen. He's bumped on the baseline, and they do call him out of bounds.
Yeah, the second turnover for Ridgeline, and you can see the philosophy of Green Canyon so far early in this game. As soon as somebody gets it in the post, it's an immediate double team from whatever defender's closest. And twice now they've got turnovers on it.
2-2 is our score here early. Only about 1:15 removed in the first quarter. Odom, guarded by Blotter. Right side to Davis. Hook pass down low to Phil Mahala. Good defense by Blotter, but he sees the open man, and that's Odom for an easy layup.
Yeah, and Luke Sorensen vacates the middle of the key and runs up top to guard Mitch Larson, and he should have stayed down low. He gave up a free layup to the Wolves on that possession.
Skip pass to Carson Cox. He gets himself into the lane. Rebound grab by Luke Sorensen, and he's hammered.
Yeah, he had Phil Mahala on his back as he grabs that offensive rebound, and he gets slapped over the shoulders. They're not going to give him a...
I guess he wasn't going up with it.
No, they're going to give him shots. Yep.
Oh, there it is. Yep.
Yeah, that's the right call as Luke Sorensen grabs the offensive board and immediately tries to go up, but he's got Phil Mahala on his back.
So Luke Sorensen's going to get 2 here.
Reminds me of the first matchup, Dave. Green Canyon came out with a lot of energy and a lot of pressure on the defensive side, and it just rattled the offensive Ridgeline. We're only 3 minutes into this ball game. Ridgeline has 2 points to show for it, but
yeah, it was 6-10 at the end of the first quarter.
In favor of Green Canyon.
Yep,
right?
at Green Canyon.
Yep.
Second free throw for Luke is good. So we've got a 4-3 score. Green Canyon in the advantage. A little extended pressure now. The 1-2-2 zone press by Ridgeline, trying to slow things down a little bit. Anderson in the backcourt goes to the sideline pass to Davis. He tries to get to the corner. It's deflected. Who got a hand on that? Was it Luke?
That was
Sorensen?
Luke, yep. He's got to tuck that jersey in.
Yeah, they're not going to let him go very far on that. In the deep corner, but still on the sideline is Anderson. Does get it into Phil Mahala. Isaac with the dribble handoff to Larson. Larson comes around Jagger. They leave him. He gets wide open at the free throw line and gets it to go.
And that time a little bit of confusion defensively if they were going to switch that or stay with it. And Jagger Frankham gives Larson way too much space, and he knocks down the little mid-range jumper.
I think there's been 2 different times where Ridgeline has gotten lost defensively.
Yep.
Cam Blotter on the outside gets into the lane, tries to float a pass up to Frankham, but he's fouled on the drive. So Ridgeline will have possession underneath their own basket. That foul's going to go on Dylan Davis, just his first for the senior. 6-3 is our score. Carson Cox raises for 3. That ball is good.
Yeah, Carson 1 for 2 to start the game from beyond the arc. He has been shooting it better from deep, and that time he raises up and knocks one down for the Riverhawks.
And both assists were by Cam Blotter to Carson. Odom picks up his dribble. They give to Anderson. They trap him, and it's deflected out of bounds by the long hands of Grady Workman.
Yeah, no, that's better defense. Staying with it that time, they get a hand in a deflection, but it remains possession Green Canyon.
Green Canyon's going to enter the ball right in front of the Ridgeline bench. He does get it into Anderson. Anderson now drives right against Workman. Picks up his dribble up top to Phil Mahala. Swing it to Davis. Now back right side to Anderson. Down low to Phil Mahala on the block. He's got Frankham on him, so he kicks it outside. Davis' three-point shot is no good. Rebound cleared by Luke Sorensen. Gives it off to Cam Blotter. He comes into the front court, looks for a high screen, doesn't get it. Goes the other direction, dumps it down low to Frankham. Frankham loses the handle.
Another turnover.
Back goes to Davis. He's chased, that's Odom, chased from behind by Cam Blotter. He loses the handle, but I think they said it was knocked out of bounds.
And here comes Creighton Jenks off the bench.
Ridgeline. Right at that 4-minute mark, well, close to it. That's normally where we'd see Zach Skinner, so we're going to see now Creighton Jenks, and it's going to give a break to Jagger Frankham.
Yeah, and Jagger's had some turnovers to start this game. That double team from Green Canyon's really been giving him fits.
Nice little floater in the lane by Jared Anderson. Found himself wide open in there, and Green Canyon leads 8-6. Workman into the front court. Anderson on him. Good little move. Gets free throw line. Gets it down low to Sorensen. He goes up. He scores it, and he's fouled.
Yeah, beautiful move by Luke Sorensen. A nice pass by Grady Workman, putting it over the top of the defense. And Luke just
powers his way up.
Powers his way through the double team. Uses his strength. Gets through the double team. Draws the foul, and the and one opportunity.
Luke Sorensen at the free throw line. 8-8 is our score. Luke's got one here. Free throw is no good, in and out. So he's 1 for 3 from the line currently in this quarter. Hoffman has checked in for Green Canyon. He gives it to Larson. Jump shot from the elbow is good.
Yeah, Larson inserting himself offensively early in this game. He averages 6.5. He has 4 already with 2 little mid-range jumpers.
Yeah, he's finding open space right there. Grady Workman picks up his dribble, goes to Jinks. Now right side to Blotter. Drives, pull up on the baseline. No good. Rebound, Philamala. He'll be guarded in the open court by Sorensen. Gives it off to Odom. Dribble handoff to Anderson. Guarded by Grady Workman. Goes up in front of Grady and scores on a nice little float.
Yeah, good contest by Workman, but better offense by Anderson as he gets into the chest and makes a tough bucket to narrow the lead. To extend the lead 12-8 for Green Canyon.
Dribble handoff from Sorensen to Blotter, and he throws it out of bounds.
That's a turnover. That's the 4th of the ball game there for Ridgeline, as Green Canyon has not committed any so far in this game. So nice job offensively by Green Canyon. I know they'd like to see Villamahalla get going here as he's scoreless in this ball game, but he has the feisty defender Luke Sorensen on his back most of the time.
That turnover by Cam Blotter is going to bring Diego in. Odom in the lane, kicks outside to Villamahalla. Doesn't get the shot from that short corner. Now he's in the lane, takes a a step through, couldn't get it to go. Goes rebound to Carson Cox. Now to Diego and back to Carson. Right side Workman, jab step, hands off to Diego. Jump shot from the free throw line. Looks long, is long. Rebound, Sorensen, and he's fouled, I think, by Villamahalla. And if that's the case, that's his second here in the first quarter.
Yeah, and you don't want him to check out of this ball game if you're Green Canyon. He's legitimately one of the only people that's going to match up physically against Luke Sorensen down there. He's given up 2 offensive rebounds, and I think in both instances they've led to fouls on Villamahalla, so he's out of the game.
Inbounds comes from Grady Anderson to Sorensen, and he scores it easily. It's like they didn't even look to guard him.
Yeah, just right into him and right over Pinniger, and we got a turnover with Diego Sanchez going the other way. Oh!
Vasquez hands it off to Workman, and Workman scores it on a good steal. By Vasquez. Was it Diego that got the steal?
Yeah, Diego had the steal.
I was marking down the bucket for Luke, and it happened that quick. Up top on the dribble handoff is Larson, gets inside to Pinniger, who's checked in for Villamahalla. Outside trying to find the space is Odom. He gives it off to Hoffman. It's a 12-12 tie right now. Minute 34 remaining in the first quarter. Cox on Odom. A whistle away from the ball, and we're going to get a foul called on Creighton Jenks.
I'm sure that wasn't on Grady.
Oh, could have been.
I thought I saw just a one. I didn't see 2 ones.
You're right.
But maybe.
You're right. I think it's on Grady. I thought Mo was giving me 2 ones with the one finger, but you're right. He would have done it with both hands. So it's going to go on Grady Workman. Frankham has checked back in. 3-point shot by Anderson is no good. Rebound grab by Jagger, and now to Diego, an outlet up top to Jenks is good.
Yeah, and sometimes that's all it takes to get that jump shot dropping is an easy layup, and Creighton Jenks, the senior, gets a bucket to take the lead for the Riverhawks.
Hey, Diego has done a great job, and speaking of great job, a nice spoon-fed layup given from Anderson to Pinniger for his first 2 points.
Yeah, anytime penetration and then help has to come, somebody's going to be open, and Anderson finds him.
14-14, under a minute to play now. Jenks puts it on the floor, picks it up immediately. They got open down low from Workman down to Jagger. Jagger missed Carson underneath. They kick it outside. Now Carson's got it. Jump shot in the lane. Can't get it to go. Tapped by Jenks. Couldn't get anybody on his team. It goes to Anderson. Odom the other direction. He goes up. He scores it. And he's fouled by Workman. And that's going to get Cam Blotter up to come in for Grady, because I think Grady's got 2.
Yeah, and Odom is pumped up about that one. He gets a little bit of excitement right in the face of Grady Workman, and Green Canyon is fired up as they have the lead 16-14 with the and one opportunity coming for Odom.
I like this sophomore. He's
fiery.
He's tough.
Yeah, he's had 2 nice finishes at the hoop, too, with his left hand. He is good. Confirmed left-handed, Dave.
Yep, he shot his free throw left-handed. So if he's not, that's one ambidextrous kid.
He's very skilled.
Yeah.
Very high skilled.
17-14, Green Canyon. Cam Blotter brings it across, facing Davis.
Yeah, you got to get Carson Cox in the post against Odom here.
They do get it down low to Carson, and they're going to call a charge.
They love that.
As Larson came over and stood his ground and was able to get Carson to go through him.
I got to give credit to this Green Canyon defense. They have really brought the energy and the physicality tonight, and I see help coming from everywhere. And when help comes, you got to help the helper, and there's no one really out there, with the exception of a couple instances that's been wide open for Ridgeline. This Green Canyon defense doing a great job in the first quarter. And they're going to get the last shot here.
Hoffman dribbling, waiting for the shot clock to go, or to the game clock to go down. It's at 9. Right side Odom. It's going to get a nope. Doesn't use the screen from Penninger. Penninger rolls, goes up and scores it. And Jagger got himself caught in the wrong spot.
And another turnover.
So Penninger comes off the bench for Phil Mulholland, gets 4 quick buckets. And I think that Ridgeline a couple of times in that quarter got themselves out of position. We'll be back for the second quarter in a moment. Ridgeline trailing to Green Canyon 19-14.
RPMs raise your BPMs, then get up and go. Go turn some heads. Go turn a wrench. Napa has America's largest network of parts and care, here to keep you firing on all cylinders.
DD Auto and Salvage is going to pay you the most for junk vehicles. Get rid of your junk vehicles today. Pickup is available. DD Auto and Salvage in Logan. Call 787-1204. That's 787-1204 today. See store for details.
Adams Wealth Advisory is a financial planning firm that is combined with an investment firm to provide the best possible outcomes for our clients.
I always believe if you're intentional with your financial plan, things are going to work out really well for you.
Visit AdamsWealthAdvisors.com or call 752-1702 to schedule a time with an advisor today.
Medical provider of Rivermont Athletics.
Ridgeline and Green Canyon headed into the second quarter. Green Canyon up 19-14. Nick mentioning off the air there that might have been one of the best quarters offensively that Green Canyon has had this season if we were to look back at it. Well, yeah, they did play well.
It's not that easy to score 80 points in a ball game, and you're almost on that average for Green Canyon. I don't know that they've touched the 80 mark yet this season, but that was a great quarter for them offensively. Not many turnovers, just one, and some great looks at the basket with some easy shots.
Three-point shot is almost banked, and it hits 3 different sets of hands before Penninger tracks it down. Anderson is going to get...
there's a foul here on, I'm not sure what they're doing.
I think it's a shot clock issue.
Yeah, they should have reset it. It did hit the rim, right, Dave? I thought I did see it hit the
rim. That's what I thought I saw too.
So they're gonna get the shot clock reset here for a fresh 35 and an offensive rebound to start this second quarter for Green Canyon.
So Jared Anderson will inbound on the sideline, gets it into Penninger. He's guarded by Frankham. Picks up his dribble, hands it off to Hoffman. Into the corner, Anderson. 3 ball on the way is long, no good. Rebound backside is Sorensen. He's had a handful of them already. Pushing quickly the other direction to Jenks. He goes up.
Boy.
He's hit.
Owie.
And he is going to get a foul against Penninger.
Yeah, I mean, there's the aggressive defense that you're going to get from Green Canyon. They are not going to back down 1 second. And this time, the outlet pass to Creighton Jenks. Just a little long. And as he goes up, he is hammered.
He was going 3,000 miles an hour.
He was. He had to really sprint to get to that outlet pass, and then when he caught it, he was flying at the rim, and Penninger put him into the
mats. That's why they put mats on the walls.
That's right. That would have hurt.
What you don't want to be is at a church right there.
Yeah, because you're going into
that stage.
The railing. Yeah, the stage, huh?
Both free throws made by Jenks.
That's why you just don't play to church. Basketball wasn't meant to be played there.
Oh, I tell you what, and sometimes those young men that want to play, they just can't quite control those bodies. And things happen. 3 ball on the way by Anderson is good. Boy. Nice shot by Jared Anderson.
Yeah, he finally gets a 3 ball to fall for him as he was 0 for the night so far on threes. But he gets that one to fall and extends the lead 22-16 for the Wolves.
He's got 7 in the ballgame. On the way to his Average. Down low, Jagger tries to force a pass to Sorensen, and it's knocked out of bounds by Green Canyon.
Yeah, Jagger's got to go into the chest of Penninger and force Green Canyon to bring the double team and find the guy from there. That wasn't open, and it almost went to a turnover, but they maintain possession.
Cam Blotter finds Jenks, 3-ball on the way. Looks good.
That looks
it
beautiful.
is good.
Yeah,
I was right down the barrel of that one.
That was. And like you say, sometimes getting a layup and getting hit into the boards will get your
couple
jump
free
shot
throws
going.
too.
Yeah,
you
some
start
free
to feel
throws.
that stroke, and you're good.
Yeah, Jenks with 7.
Hoffman kicks it outside to Davis. Now left side back to Hoffman. He's going to raise for 3, and that's no good. Rebound on the backside is, again, Sorensen. 22-19, Ridgeline down to Green Canyon.
Nice
down low
pass.
to Jagger, up and in. No contest right there. If you get the ball to him early offense, there's nobody down there to guard him.
And Jenks has the hot hand. He easily could have shot that. Ooh, Anderson answers back with his own three-pointer. His second of the quarter.
25-21, Ridgeline trailing. 3-ball in the corner by Jenks is short. Rebound.
Oh, he
Cam's going to
pushed.
get called for a push. Cam Blotter's going to pick up a foul there.
I think that falls in the category of a turnover. It's an offensive foul.
25-21, 6 minutes to play here in the second quarter. Those 2 minutes, it's been up and down.
This has been a great ball game so far. Green Canyon has brought it here tonight. They have brought the A game, that's for sure.
Straight away, Anderson. I'd stay a little closer. Odom tries to penetrate. He's in and about the mid-post area.
Likes the post.
Kicks it outside. They got Anderson now straight away. He wants that 3 again. Gets a screen. Comes into the mid-post area. Floater, no good. Penninger goes up. His shot's blocked out of there by Sorensen. I don't even think he thought that Luke was close enough to get that ball, but Luke almost hit it out of bounds. Grabbed by Green Canyon, and now Jared Anderson's going to bring it straight up. Goes left, dribble handoff, hands to Odom. Now Davis fakes the pass to the right side, steps in, takes a jump shot, no good. Rebound.
Oh,
Penninger. 3-ball on the way by Larson. Good.
Oh, wow. Yeah, Larson has came to play here tonight as he's got about 10 points.
He's got 7.
Already. He's got 7. Anderson's got, what, 10?
Anderson's got 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
10.
Yep.
Anderson with 10 and Larson with 7. And Green Canyon's got a 7-point lead, 28-21 with 5:11 to go in the second quarter.
Go ahead.
Go ahead where? We're
Take
going
us
to
to the break. Take us to break.
Let's do it.
Here's today's hot and perfect tip.
Don't follow extreme routines. Do your own thing at Planet Fitness. Join now for just $10 a month and cancel anytime.
Let the Hernandez Group with Keller Williams Realty answer all your real estate questions. They can help determine if the timing is right to make your next purchase or investment. Call 435-764-7979. The Hernandez Group with Keller Williams Realty.
Good start to the second quarter for Green Canyon. They lead 28-21. Ridgeline with the ball. A little more extended pressure this time by Green Canyon. Into the corner to Jenks. Loses the handle. Has to go get it. Just an errant pass, I guess. Carson Cox spins. Gets knocked off balance and misses. Rebound grabbed by Jackson Penninger. Gives off to Odom down the left side. He streaks and then slows it down the dribble. Doesn't pick it up. Now gives it off left side to Larson. Anderson now straight away. Dribble handoff to the left to Odom. Now Davis. Back to Anderson on the left. Odom down low. Lefty goes up, scores off the glass.
That is a beautiful move from your sophomore guard as he gets Cam Blotter deep into the post. And he does a little turnaround pirouette, and the bank shot falls for him
That's
again.
A 9-point lead now for Green Canyon.
Odom's got himself a good ball game going here as well.
I like him. I think he's a good player. Carson Cox down low to
There
Frankham.
you go.
Just go right up, big man.
Yeah, no double
He's
team
fouled
there.
By Larson, and he's going to get free throws.
Yeah, and the defense there for Green Canyon had extended to the perimeter, so it was just Jagger Frankham all alone with, that was Larson on his back right there, right?
Right.
Yeah, he had Larson, the smaller defender, and he went up with his left hand, unable to get the bucket, but he has 2 foul shots to try to get this lead back to 7 points for Green Canyon.
Jagger gets the first of his 2. So Frankham has 3 points in the game with 1 more to come here if he can make this. Second free throw for Jagger is also good.
He's got good touch for a big man.
Sure does.
Knocks those free throws down with no problem.
7-point lead for Green Canyon. Again, the extended pressure this time by Ridgeline. Both teams looking very similar in their pressure. Jared Anderson picks up his dribble and he's stolen out of his hands by Cam Blotter, and he's bumped out of bounds by Anderson.
I have that recorded as only the second turnover for Green Canyon in this ball game. I'm sure Coach Brown can handle 2.5. That's why they're up 7.
We're walking the other direction now. That's the 7th team foul on Green Canyon, so Cam Blotter's going to get 1-on-1 situation here.
Grady Workman checking in for Creighton Jenks, and Creighton Jenks doing a great job coming off the bench, providing a spark for these Riverhawks as he has 7 points in this ball game.
Yeah, he's done a very good job. Going to get a quick break here as Cam Blotter shoots free throws. The first of the 1-on-1 is good. That's big. I say it because too many times the front end of 1-on-1s are missed. I feel like Ridgeline's had a little bit of a problem with that a couple times this season. Second free throw is in and out. No good. And other direction is Davis. Up top now to Odom. 2-3 zone now being played by Ridgeline. As they extend it out a little bit, and Anderson finds Odom on the baseline. Floated up over top of Jagger. Can't get it to go. Rebound grab by Jagger. Now pushes the other direction from Carson Cox to Workman. Workman goes up, scores it, and they call it travel.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a jump skip. I'm going to mark that one for replay just so I can watch it. It was a little bit of a jump skip instead of a jump stop.
What's the turnover situation, Nick? For I know Green Canyon's only got a couple. What about Ridgeline?
They have 7.
30-24. Stolen away by
turnover.
Grady. Grady goes up and lays it in.
Mark that for replay, too. A nice job by Workman creating some offense with his defense and getting the easy layup.
Also kind of making up for the travel. Got it right back and got his layup. In the corner is Davis. Goes out to Anderson. Anderson puts it on the floor once and then goes left side to Hoffman. High post area to Odom. Odom gets to the mid post and then kicks it. Now they're working on the perimeter again. Odom vacates the middle and goes to the corner, gets it, and then puts it back outside to Davis. Davis working on Blotter. Gets Blotter in the air. A step back jump shot short, no good. Rebound grab by Cox. Carson pushes down the left sideline to Workman. Workman trying to get it inside, but the backside help was there by Pinnaker. Couldn't get it to Sorensen. Carson is undercut, and they
Wow, they don't call anything.
Because here's the thing. It's either out of bounds off of Carson or it's a foul. Because Carson just lost it going up, but they're giving it back to Ridgeline.
I've never claimed that this officiating was very good.
3-point shot in the corner by Carson Cox is no good. Rebound grab by Odom.
You won't get any arguments from me, bud. It was a foul.
Well, it was either a foul or
that was a foul too.
That one they did not call on Jagger. And then the shot was blocked out of there by Sorensen. That's at least his third. But Green Canyon retains possession. Anderson drives baseline, loses the handle, kicks it outside. Grady's got
turnover.
It. And he travels, but they don't call it. They head the other direction. Off the glass, no good.
God, that's a foul.
Sorensen's undercut, and no fouls, no call there.
Oh my goodness.
It's chaos, folks.
It's chaos.
In the corner, 3 ball is no good. Rebound Sorensen. He's probably fouled on the backside by Pinnaker.
And fans are standing up. Everybody's sick of this officiating.
Both teams have a definite gripe right now. There's a lot of physical play happening.
My goodness. They are definitely letting them play.
30-26.
I like this by Coach Tay. Get the ball out of half court and settle this down a little bit.
Carson at the free throw line area.
Backdoor
cutter is Cam Blotter. No call there.
Foul.
And his shot is blocked.
Holy. What's going on out there?
Davis picks up his dribble, goes to Anderson. He's at the the volleyball line. They swing it into the corner. 3-ball there is good.
Who's that? 21.
Boston Horman. It's for his second shot of the ball game.
Yeah, he's a sophomore. Checked in the ball game and knocked that down.
Cam Blotter gets around a little bit of pressure. His skip pass goes out of bounds, so another turnover to Ridgeline.
Yeah, and I got that with them with 8 now, but Green Canyon had a flurry of them. They're up to 4.
Minute 4 remaining in the half. Coming out of the ball game is Dylan Davis, and back in is Kyron Hoffman. They're playing catch in the backcourt with Anderson. Fakes the pass to Anderson. Now goes left side to Odom. Hesitation. Gets it inside to Pinnaker. Pinnaker goes up and scores it on a nice feed.
Again,
Odom.
Both big guys attack Odom, and he's able to find Pinniger in the middle of the key, and he makes the nice little bunny hop shot.
Carson Cox gets into the lane, goes up, shoots it,
That's
no
a
good.
tough one. Oh, my.
Really good offensive rebound by Luke Sorensen. Did you see how fast he got back up? He had already elevated thinking that the alley-oop might be coming. Doesn't touch it, but as soon as he hits the ground, he goes right back up and gets that offensive board.
And then right back up and tries to put it back in and gets the foul.
Yeah, that's 3 elevations within 1 second.
That's fast twitch.
That is.
That's something you and I don't have anymore, bud.
Nope, not anymore.
I tried to fast twitch the other day in basketball Thursday morning. Pulled my groin. You ever pulled your groin?
Yeah.
Oh.
You know what, Nick? Those take a long time to heal.
Long time.
You might as well just call it.
Pack it in.
Yeah, you're done. You're done. Second free throw for Luke is good.
Good.
Got them both.
Got them both after starting 1 for 4 from the line.
Yep, now 3 for 5. He started 1 for 3.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah, now he's.
Oh, he had an and one opportunity.
Yeah,
That's
now he's
right.
3 for 5. 28-25. 25 seconds remaining in the half. Green Canyon in the lead here. Did I say 28-25? 35-28 is the score. Green Canyon in the lead. They're wanting the last shot here. There's only about a second difference between shot and game clock. In the corner is Hoffman. And
offensive on Pinniger.
Offensive foul called on Pinniger.
And I don't think Anderson has checked out of this ball game yet.
He did. I saw him go out for not very long.
Momentarily, huh?
But I think Coach Brown probably really likes how hard Jackson Pinniger's playing.
Yeah,
he has
done
really
great.
came in and given him some physicality, especially when Phil Mahalla got in foul trouble.
Yeah, absolutely. He's done a great job.
5 seconds remaining. Cam Blotter races.
Oh.
Gets it to.
That's backcourt.
Not quite. 3-point shot by Sorensen is banked in.
Oh my gosh.
He banked it in.
We're going to watch that one on instant replay,
I'd
Dave.
like to see if Jagger was, if you're straddling the line, you can go back.
Well, in my opinion, this was backcourt. It should have been called. We're going to see it right here on instant replay.
Oh,
that's real close. But the shot fake by Luke Sorensen gets him in the air and he banks it home.
Show me that one more time.
You want to see it again?
And then we'll go to break.
Okay.
But the ball came inbounds. We'll get it. Ball came inbounds to Cam Blotter.
He gets trapped.
He gets trapped, so he just tosses it to Jagger. He's got to be on the line there.
He's got to be real close. No call on backcourt as the Green Canyon fans wanted a call there, but they end up narrowing this lead at half, 35-31. Green Canyon up on Ridgeline.
Great Basin Graphics has quality screen printing, detailed embroidery, and award-winning graphic designers. The right look, the right design, the perfect fit. Get noticed with GBG. Get your order in today for spring products. Google Great Basin Graphics for screen printing and embroidery. 966 West 400 North in Logan. Your Cache and Box Elder County McDonald's take pride in being part of our community. Your local McDonald's is hiring with flexible hours, tuition reimbursement, and great pay. Start your career today. Apply at careers.mcdonalds.com. McDonald's is an equal opportunity employer committed to a diverse and inclusive workforce.
My name is Sabrina, and I recommend becoming a student at New Horizons Beauty College. I've learned techniques having to deal with hairstyling, nails, coloring, chemical services, and the most rewarding thing, seeing your improvement and then seeing what you've done to others and how happy it makes them.
Express Auto and Tire carries used vehicles for every budget and financing to help every credit situation. Express has thousands of used tires in every size for about $30 per tire. Express Auto, 3200 North Main, North Logan.
Are you looking for a rewarding career? Advanced Integrated Systems in Tremonton is looking for passionate technicians to join the team. Work with your hands daily to create custom next-level smart home experiences for each client. To learn more about our career paths and rewarding benefits, visit AISAV.com.
Defense helps win championships. That's true in business too. This is Dave Simmons. Les Olson IT is the best defense for your network. Everything from copiers to outsourced IT services.
Les Olson IT.
What do they do at the Logo Shop? Custom design t-shirts, hats, and jackets with your company logo. Or put your logo on pens, drinkware, golf balls, travel accessories, outdoor gear, anything. Give them a call. Check out the possibilities.
Logo Stop, the Logo Shop.
Are you dreaming of a new home but want to stay in Green Canyon boundary? This is Dale Marshall with Century 21 and Sierra Homes. We have 2 amazing developments in Hyde Park and North Logan. You can stay in your current home while the new one is being built and even get a reduction on your interest rate. Call me at 435-512-7386.
Preston Watts Collision and Glass has been your #1 resource for collision repair and auto glass. We specialize in windshield repairs. Competitive prices, call Preston Watts Collision and Glass at 563-3215. We do it right.
No matter how cold it is outside, you can keep warm and toasty inside with a quality-built, super-efficient York furnace. Call Advanced Heating and Air Conditioning at 752-7272. Online at advancedheating-ac.com. York, install confidence.
Now is the time to head over to Cache Valley Auto Care, because when your car isn't working right, you just need someone who can help make your life a little easier. Cache Valley Auto Care, behind Home Depot on 200 East, 1175 North.
At Castellet.
Our halftime score, Green Canyon 35, Ridgeline 31. I think Green Canyon has just flat out played really, really well. Great Basin Graphics sponsors our Made You Look play of the game. At Great Basin Graphics, clothing and business apparel will get you noticed. Great Basin Graphics. Also, by the way, one of our halftime sponsors is, did they change
Planet
this on
Fitness,
me? Planet
bud.
Fitness on the back of this thing. Don't follow extreme things, do your own thing at Planet Fitness. Join for $10 a month and cancel anytime. Hey, by the way, when did I say I was going to be in the best shape of my life?
By golf season this year, April?
We're going to need to go May.
Okay,
We're
you got
always
it.
past, not because of me, but
Right.
because of Mother Nature. All right? Which is a little bit me, too. Dang it, I got to get cracking.
Mother Nature, huh?
Mother Nature.
Planet Fitness is our only halftime sponsor.
Okay. Also, the Logo Shop, committed to schools, teams, and youth groups. Anything you need to be logoed, that's the Logo Shop. And the Napa Auto Parts sponsors our best part of the game. This could be anything, folks. It could be our crowd, the play, coaching decisions, or even the smell of the hot dogs like Nick likes. You can count on Napa Auto Parts for the parts you need and the parts you use every day.
So far, the best part has been your description of what a deluge is.
A deluge?
Is that what it is?
No,
What'd
we
you
haven't
say?
said deluge all night.
What'd you say?
What do you
What's
mean?
the egg with the chicken in it?
Oh, the balut.
Balut. The balut.
It's a fetus. I watched a show one
Sounds
time
terrible.
about a guy who is a British dude. He was over in China, and he saw somebody crack one of those eggs open, and the look on his face, he's like, is that a fetus? It was terrible. Castellite has the experts that will reduce your DIY stress for brick, block, rock, paver, and tile. Go where the pros go. And the last one, we'll get into our halftime statistics. Les Olson Company can give you a free network assessment. Just go to lesolson.com or call 750-8990. And Les Olson will hook you up with a free network assessment. Check out where you might have some vulnerabilities in your network. Here's what I've got. Leading scorer in the ball game, we got 2 guys with 10. Luke Sorensen's got 10, and Jared Anderson has 10. So each team has one guy with double figures. Let's go through Green Canyon right now as they're leading 35-31. Owen Odom, the 6'1 sophomore, has 9 points. He had 7 in the first, 7 in the first quarter, 2 in the second for his 9. Mitch Larson has 7. Jackson Penniger has come off the bench and I thought played really well in place of Phil Mahala, who found himself in foul trouble in that first quarter. Jackson Penniger's got 6. Boston Horman hit a 3 in the corner there towards the last couple of minutes of the second quarter to round out the scoring for Green Canyon. For Ridgeline, Luke Sorensen does have 10. He scored in both quarters. He's got 2, 4, 5 in both quarters. Jagger Frankham's got 4. Creighton Jinks has 7, who came in off the bench normally in the minutes where Skinner would come in. But he's in concussion protocol, so Creighton Jinks has 7. I thought did a really good job there in the minutes he was given. Carson Cox has 5. All of those came in the first quarter. Cam Blotter's got 3 on a free throw and a layup. And Grady Workman's got just 2. So Green Canyon making it hard on the guard line right now for Ridgeline. And I think doing a really good job against Jagger Frankham, just pushing and seeing if they can get him in in positions he doesn't want to be in. That's one thing I talked to my little 7th grade team about is you just start leaning on guys. You're not fouling, but you're making it difficult for them to get to the spot they want to go to. If you get Jagger 3 feet outside of that block, now he's not in a spot where he would prefer to be, making it just a little bit more difficult on him. And I think so far Jackson Penneger's done a very good job with that. But Jackson's also done a good job, I think, on Luke. Now, Luke's got 10, but Jackson is making it very difficult on anybody he's guarding down in the post.
Luke's got some of his 10, though, from just pure effort and offensive rebounding and putbacks. They maybe been a breakdown on the rebounding side for Green Canyon, but not as much on the defensive side. They've made things hard on both those big centers down low as an immediate double team. Anytime they get an opportunity to double team, they're double team, and it's created turnovers down low in the post in favor of Green Canyon as they're winning the turnover battle right now. But yeah, I'm with you. I think Creighton Jenks played great coming off the bench, and Jackson Penneger played great for Green Canyon coming off the bench. Both teams, Green Canyon would like to see Isaac Filamahala get going as he is scoreless so far. He got in early foul trouble. And Ridgeline, I'm sure, would like to see Grady Workman and Carson Cox start filling it up offensively and getting in a little bit of a rhythm. Grady's going to be more of a slasher finishing at the rim, and Carson's going to start knocking down some jump shots if Ridgeline's going to get back in this ball game as they're down 4 at half.
Preston Watts, Collision and Glass, if you need auto body work or a new windshield. They've seen it all, and they know how to work with all insurances at Preston Watts Collision and Glass. Scoring by quarter, Ridgeline was down 19-14 at the end of the first quarter to Green Canyon, and then was able to outscore Green Canyon just by 1 in the second quarter, 17-16. So our halftime score is 35-31.
Well, you wondered where the offense would come after Jared Anderson gets his 20 a night, and he's on pace for that, but Mitch Larson, who averages 6.5, has 7. He's already above his average. Owen Odom, who averages 4 a game, is at 9. He's above his average. Jackson Penneger, who averages 3 a game, has 6. So those 3 kids right there who are above their averages points per game are playing really well. Isaac Filamahala, who averages 8, is held scoreless, so you'd like to see him get going.
If you're looking for a new gas fireplace, it's been super cold, so you're trying to warm up the house, check out Advanced Fireplace and Stove.
Has it been cold? I haven't noticed.
Oh, my gosh. I always say, in my family, we all say when we walk out the door, it's like a punch in the face.
Yeah, punch in the face.
You walk out, and it's just like a punch in the face. If you need yourself a new
that comes
gas
from a
fireplace.
soft copy machine salesman.
Fine.
I am what I am. I am what I am.
Yeah, one of our buddies says, you knew what I was when you picked me up.
He does say that. Says it all the time.
Cache Valley Auto Care, read the online reviews and decide for yourself. They're right behind Home Depot at 1175 North, 200 East in Logan.
For some of our Green Canyon sponsors, we have D.O. Marshall with Century 21 and Sierra Homes. 2 amazing developments are being built in Hyde Park and North Logan. Call D.O. for details, 435-512-7386.
Nick, we got about 30 seconds before the start of the second half. Let's go ahead and take a quick break and be right back.
At Cast-A-Lite, you'll choose from a huge selection of pavers and receive help from experts. You'll see just how easy it is to do it yourself. For brick, block, rock, paver, and tile, go where the pros go. Online at castalite.com.
The Green Canyon High School Wolves would like to thank their Alpha Club sponsors, Advanced Heating and Advanced Fireplace, Alpine Cleaning and Restoration, Ridgeline Cash Animal Hospital, Marcosian Auto, and Merrill's Convenience Stores Foothills.
Ridgeline with the ball to start the half. They're setting up the play they like to run for the alley-oop. Then Cam tries to force a pass, but somehow it makes it in there. They come around and just steal it out of the hands of Sorensen. Larson with the steal.
A good job by Larson holding his ground against Luke Sorensen and getting the turnover to start this half for Green Canyon.
35-31. Green Canyon in the lead. Anderson works into the lane, kicks it to Isaac Filamahala. His jump shot is no good. Backside rebound to Carson Cox. Have you noticed even when Ridgeline secures a rebound, 1 or 2 guys are still coming. They're still coming to try to get that.
Yep.
They have been relentless to the ball, and that has been very good for Green Canyon.
A little bit of a cheap foul there for Larson. That's going to check him out of the ball game. I have no idea what the foul trouble's like for either team as the scoreboard's not updating. but that's going to check him out of the ball game early in this second half.
Cam Blotter goes left and picks up his dribble, has to give it to Jagger, and then gets a dribble handoff. Kicks it over to the corner or the angle to Carson Cox. His three-point shot is good.
You betcha for Carson. Start the half off right, Carson, as he pulls up and knocks down a deep three-pointer off the little flare screen from Jagger Frankham.
Up top is Anderson. He drives left-handed and couldn't get it to go. Rebound grab by Carson. Cox will push it into the front court. Gets the ball back from Frankham on the dribble handoff. Couple big steps into the lane, kicks it out to Grady. Grady takes a step through move, and that goes. I love that move.
It's a great move. He gets set, and then he just steps through the defense and finishes with his right hand. A nice move by Workman.
Phil Mahala kicks it outside to the hands of Davis. He drives into the lane, scores it.
And there's the senior guard's first points of the ball game as he gets going in the second half and gets this lead, 37-36.
First points of the half for Green Canyon. Cam Blotter gets into the lane, and they're going to call a foul as he was going up. I thought that Cam might have taken a third step there, but the foul must have come just before that. Coach Brown, I think, agrees with me as he's screaming for the call, but 6:10 is remaining here in the third quarter. Ridgeline was down 35-31. They've scored 5, make it 6 in the early 2 minutes of this half, and Green Canyon's just got 2. So Cam makes the first of his 2 free throws.
Yeah, three-pointer by Carson Cox, an easy layup by Grady Workman, and one foul shot from Cam Waters. Got this game tied at 37.
Good start to the quarter for Ridgeline. Odom tries to go baseline. He's cut off by Cox. They come back out top to Anderson. He's guarded by Workman. Gets a screen from Phil Mahala. Pushes his way into the lane. Stripped out of his hands by Workman. Good defense by Grady. He was tracked down by Cam Blotter. He goes to Grady on the opposite side, and now they go over top to Sorensen. He goes up and scores it, and now they got the lead.
Yeah, one of the few times you'll see that entry pass first thing out of Ridgeline, and this time Grady Workman gets it in the hands of Luke Sorensen, and he goes up strong and finishes with a little bit of contact from Phil Mahala. Kind of lucky there not to get another foul call on him as he went up to contest Sorensen's shot, but Luke gets the bucket and the lead for Ridgeline, 39-37.
32nd timeout called by Coach Logan Brown. New Horizons Beauty College is the place to go if you're looking for a fresh new look. They're voted best hair salon in the best of Northern Utah.
And DD Auto Salvage, they're going to give you the most for your junk vehicles. Get rid of your junk vehicles today. Pickup is available. Call Daniel.
Our buddy Daniel Grange.
At D&D Auto and Salvage.
Advanced Integrated, let's keep it here, Nick. Advanced Integrated Systems that elevate your home with an easy-to-use system for home theater, audio, video, lighting, and indoor and outdoor motorized shades. Advanced Integrated Systems. 5:33 remaining in the third quarter. It's been a good start of these first 2.5 minutes for Ridgeline. They were down 35-31 at the end of the half. Now they're up 39-37. Coach Brown called a timeout to see if he could stop the momentum here.
8-2 run to start this half.
Anderson will inbound. He gets it into the backcourt to Hoffman. Hoffman comes across, guarded by Cam Blotter. Cam might have got away with a bit of reach there. They don't call anything. Odom straight away. Looks at a backdoor cutter, didn't get him. That was Hoffman, so now they give it to Hoffman, and he goes down low to Phil Mahala, working on Jagger. They strip it away. That was Sorensen that stripped it away. Phil Mahala dove over and tried to wrap up the ball, and he got a jump ball called again with Grady Workman. And Ridgeline had the ball to start the half. So it's going to go back on the alternate possession to Green Canyon.
Yeah, after he misses his first jump shot in this half, I think his only shot attempt of the game, he kind of forces the issue there and goes into the chest of Frankham, but he's unable to get anywhere, but they're going to entry pass right into him.
Phil Mahala kicks it outside, and the three-point shot by Odom was blocked. It's on the floor. Guys are down.
Another jump
mass
ball.
of humanity on the ground. Cats and dogs living together.
When it's Cam, it's not a mass. It's just a little bit of humanity down there.
Just a sliver of humanity on the
just
floor.
a sliver. Penninger's going to check in this ball game as this is probably one of the bigger lineups you're going to see from Green Canyon with Penninger and Phil Mahala in the game at the same time.
Cam Blotter goes to Sorensen. Back to Cam. They're looking down low. They got Jagger if he wants it. He gets it down there, and he gets
team.
it down low to Sorensen. He goes up and hammer dunks it down.
Yeah, it's a great job by Jagger Frankham, waiting for the double team, being patient, and then finding the little teardrop pass down to Luke Sorensen for the hammer dunk finish.
What I like is that Jagger recognized the double team was coming, and he still was able to see over top and be able to make that pass.
Before he tried to force it before the double team had got there, that time he was patient enough and waited just long enough for that double team and for Luke Sorensen to clear the defense.
On the right side is Anderson. He's looking for somewhere to go, and he kicks it outside to Odom. 3-ball on the way by the sophomores. No good. It's short, and it's grabbed by Davis. And did they call it travel?
I think they did. That's insult to injury, as Davis thought he drew a foul there. And Luke Sorensen about put that through the backboard, or through
the ground.
Through
he went
the pad.
Straight down.
Almost hit one of the cheerleaders.
And watch out below. Carson Cox on the way up is fouled, and he gets the bucket. So great quarter going for Ridgeline. Not so much for Green Canyon. Green Canyon has 2 points in this quarter right now.
We're on a 12-2 run here for Ridgeline to open the half, and you got an opportunity to get the and one here to go 13-2 run to start the half and get a, what would that be? 7-point lead if Carson's able to knock this foul shot down.
4:03 remaining. It's a 30-second timeout. I always love watching Coach Brown. I called his games for 7 or 8 seasons at however long he was at Logan. I was there like 2 years less than him. And when he calls these timeouts and he gathers everybody around, and then the fire comes out, and he's usually shorter than everybody on all the kids, and he's looking at them just letting them know.
Getting them going.
Yep, letting them know that when things are not okay.
Yeah. You got to love a coach that's willing to yell at your kids and let them know when they've made mistakes and when they got to change and when they got to pick something up in a certain way. I love a coach that'll get in a kid's face and do it respectfully enough that the kid knows they still love them after they get their butt chewed.
And they mean business.
Yeah.
Are you interested in buying or selling or investing in real estate? Trust the Hernandez Group with Keller Williams Realty. The Hernandez Group with Keller Williams Realty. Carson Cox at the free throw line. 43-37, Ridgeline in the lead. 4:03 remaining in the third quarter. Free throw by Carson is good.
Carson coming out in this second half, having in the game.
Deflected by Grady Workman. He goes up, he scores, and he's fouled.
Oh my goodness!
You can't lob passes over top of defenders, especially guys like Grady with that kind of arm. You have to fake a pass to make a pass, and they're not doing it. Green Canyon is not doing that right now.
No, good defense leads to better offense, and that time Grady Workman creates the turnover and then gets another and one opportunity.
And he got it.
And, oh, man, I'm trying to run the numbers here. I can't even think. We got a 10-0. We got a 10-point lead.
And it's 16-2 in the quarter.
16-2 run. And this is exactly what Logan Brown talked to me about in pregame. He says we get 3 or 4 or 5 minutes of just bad basketball where we give a team a run and we get ourselves out of the game, and then we're just unable to claw back in it. And this could be exactly what he's talking about here as they find themselves down 10 points in the third quarter.
Yeah, being able to string 4 solid quarters together, it's sometimes
not
very
easy.
difficult in high school basketball.
There's a
down
good
low,
play.
Phil Mahala, his shot is blocked, but they're going to call a foul on Jagger.
Yeah, and he feels like, man, I went straight up and I blocked that shot with very minimal contact, and I kind of agree with Jagger, but Phil Mahala is going to go to the foul line to try to get his first points of the ball game.
So Isaac Phil Mahala takes a couple dribbles, spins it in his hands, floats it up, and got it. As you said, that's his first of the game. He's got one more to come here. Our score is 47-38 Ridgeline. 3:40 remaining here in the third quarter. Second free throw for Isaac is also good.
Good job by Phil Mahala, kind of stopping the bleeding there for Green Canyon as Ridgeline had opened up the half on a 16-2 run.
Carson Cox in the backcourt with Workman. Workman now has it as he saunters across half court with not a lot of pressure to speak of. Gets a screen from Grady Workman, and they call a travel as Grady had tried to elevate and came down before making the pass.
And another turnover by Workman.
Grady I could read his lips right there. He was saying he was jump stopping. Trying to come to a jump stop off the dribble.
Yeah, and sometimes when you get that contact, it kind of makes your feet land not
funky.
At the same time.
Yep, you're right. Odom gets a high screen from Philamahala. They go right side to Davis, trying to get it down to Philamahala. Can't, so they go outside to Odom. Now straight away Anderson. He'll raise for three.
That is deep.
Good.
Oh, my goodness.
He is one of those guys you've got to be close.
Jared Anderson gets the swing pass and just raises up from about 29 and knocks it down.
Good pass along the baseline to Carson from Cam, and rebound is grabbed by Sorensen. And he's fouled. I'm telling you, anytime a Ridgeline player gets a rebound, those Green Canyon kids are relentless to try to pursue that ball.
Well, they got to be relentless on the box out of Luke Sorensen because he's got about 4 offensive rebounds here tonight and another opportunity for Ridgeline's offense.
Didn't you say you looked at a stat one time and he averages as many offensive rebounds as he does
defensive?
defense?
Yep, half of his rebounds come in that form.
He works so hard. Curl cutter is Cam Blotter. He's fouled as he tries to scoop a shot around, and that's a gift because that would have been a very high level of difficulty to make that shot.
Yeah, I mean, those are the intangible things that Luke Sorensen brings to the team. It's just that constant and consistent effort, and he crashes the offensive boards, and that time he gets a second chance opportunity, and it looks like Ridgeline's going to set up a press here, but he gets a second chance opportunity for his team. Cam Blotter's unable to convert on the first free throw, but those are things that will go down in the stat book as an offensive board.
Go ahead, sorry.
The amount of pressure you put on the other team and how much you wear them out throughout the game is something that doesn't go on the stat board and can't be overlooked for Luke Sorensen.
Cam's 3 for 6 from the free throw line. Long pass down court by Green Canyon to break the press in the hands of Davis. Tries to cross over on Cam. Gets past him. Can't get the layup to go. Rebound grabbed by Sorensen.
His 67th of the night.
Yeah, it feels like it. He's definitely cleaning the glass. Skip pass to Workman. Spins. Kicks out to Blotter. Cam. Step back. 3-point shot. Good.
Oh, my goodness. He typically does not shoot it well from beyond the arc on the season, but this time a little crossover dribble and he stops at the top of the 3-point and knocks down.
11-point lead for Ridgeline. 42-50, excuse me, it's a 9-point lead.
I don't like seeing this. I do not like seeing this out of Cam Blotter. I hope that's just a cramp.
51-42.
That's one of them non-contact
I think he does cramp up quite a bit.
Get him some pickle juice and some Smarties or something.
I'd rather
Skittles.
cramp up than drink pickle juice.
Oh, the nice little inbound play.
Yeah, a little kind of circular little play there. And now Anderson, frustrated after missing the shot, comes over and he fouls Jagger Frankham.
And I don't know if they really, I think Coach Brown is frustrated with Jared, and Jared's frustrated with the officials. But that one was a silly foul. How long's a basketball court? 150 feet?
Depends on the court.
Well, this particular gym.
Well, I didn't get the...
well, let's just say 120. You're 120 feet from the basket, and you're fouling Jagger Frankham, putting Ridgeline in the bonus for the half.
And Jagger misses the free throw, so it doesn't hurt him. Jagger is 2 for 3 from the line. Odom. Just off of center. Looks at a screen, doesn't take it, goes the other direction, left-handed, up off the glass, no good. Rebound. Sorensen almost made it as he tipped it back up, but it's grabbed by Jinx. He goes to Diego Vasquez down the left sideline. Diego's also a lefty. Gets it to Workman, back to Diego, and now 3-point line is Frankham. He tries to enter the ball down to Sorensen, but there was a bounce pass that came a little high. Turnover goes back to Green Canyon. Odom, dribble handoff with Davis. Picks up his dribble at the elbow, left side, hands off out to Phil Mahal, and he'll give it to Anderson. 1:08 remaining in the third quarter. Ridgeline up 51-42. Right side, Anderson. Down low to block is Odom. Turnaround jumper is no good, short. Rebound grab by Jinx.
Good contest there on defense by Creighton Jinx on the smaller Odom.
Workman trying to get it to Sorensen. He's there, give it to him. Couldn't get it there. Frankham, now right side, 3-point range is Jinx. Up top is Workman, and he's bumped. And he's going to get a foul called against, is it Larson?
I believe so. No, that's on Anderson.
So is that 4?
I don't think so, no. I think he's got 3.
3, okay.
Well, he's checking out of the game.
Well, even if it's 3 with 38 seconds remaining in the third, you don't want him to get a silly fourth.
So you got Boston Horman coming in the ball game along with that's Kyron Hoffman.
Free throws coming for Grady, and he misses the front end. I shouldn't have said free throws because there's a 1-and-1 situation.
2 in a row. They've had 1-and-1 and missed the front end of both of them.
Big. Boston Horman holds and then gets it outside to Hoffman.
They're going to settle for the last shot again here. They've had the last shot of every quarter, I believe.
Yeah, it's about a 2-second differential, maybe just under 2 between shot and game.
Yeah, get going here with about 10 seconds or 8 to go in the clock.
Here they go. Phil Mahala, left side, tries to get around Sorensen. Kicks it into the corner. 3 ball on the way. No good. Rebound Sorensen. Throws it off of the legs of Phil Mahala with .8 remaining. That could have been dangerous as if Phil Mahala would have handled that. He's right under the basket.
Yeah, Cardinal sin, right? Saving a pass underneath the.
Hey, what do you know? Carson Cox with a last-second shot at the end of a quarter. I tell you,
he's got a lot of them.
It would be a very interesting stat to see who's taking the most shots at the end of a quarter or a half. Carson misses the three-quarter court shot, so we're going to go to the end of the third quarter, into the fourth, with Ridgeline leading 51-42.
Every day's a fiesta at El Salvador Los Primos Restaurant. All the excitement that you'd expect from the best Mexican Salvadorian cuisine. Try their authentic pupusas, street tacos, and more. Visit now and get the student special. Buy 1 burrito, get 1 for free. View their entire menu online at ElSalvadorLosPrimos.com.
RPMs raise your BPMs. Then get up and go. Go turn some heads. Go turn a wrench. Napa has America's largest network of parts and care, here to keep you firing on all cylinders.
DD Auto and Salvage is going to pay you the most for junk vehicles. Get rid of your junk vehicles today. Pickup is available. DD Auto and Salvage in Logan. Call 787-1204. That's 787-1204 today. See store for details.
Adams Wilton.
Ridgeline bringing back Carson Cox, Grady Workman, Diego Vasquez, Creighton Jenks, and Luke Sorensen. Green Canyon bringing back Horman, Larson, Odom, Phil Mahala, and Hoffman. And Green Canyon with the ball to start the fourth quarter. You have some score updates?
I do. I have one here. Ridgeline outscoring Green Canyon 20-7 in the third quarter to go from down 4 to up 9 in this ball game. In other news, let me get to that.
Hold on one sec.
Go ahead.
Phil Mahala, dribble handoff to Larson, gets into the lane, stops and kicks outside to Hoffman. No shot taken. Diego Vasquez guarding him. Gets into the mid-post, kicks it back outside. 3 ball on the way by Larson. No good. Rebound. Sorensen. Outlets, quick one to Workman. Workman, Euro, around a man, scores it.
Yeah, nice little hesitation. Euro step right through Larson, and Workman finishes with the easy layup to extend the lead to 11.
53-42. I think this is the largest lead of 11. I called 11 a while ago, but it was 9. Larson looks at a 3, doesn't take it, gets into the lane, gives off to Isaac. Phil Mahala loses the shoe.
How does that's... Oh,
Coach
timeout?
Coach Brown called the timeout.
How does that happen?
Phil Mahala just lost the wheel.
Totally blown wheel. It wasn't a Zion Williamson type blowout, but it was completely off.
Express Auto and Tire has thousands of used tires in every size for every type of truck or car. Yes, even the big ones at Express Auto and Tire.
And your Green Canyon Booster Club. Support the sponsors who support the Wolves. Green Canyon Booster Club.
El Salvador Los Primos. Try their authentic pupusas, street tacos, and more. Get the student special. Buy 1 burrito, get 1 for free.
And Cache Valley Auto Care. Read their online reviews and decide for yourself. Behind Home Depot at 1175 North, 200 East in Logan.
After the ball game, folks, you can get the latest scores, news, and photo galleries and replays of tonight's game if you visit CacheValleyDaily.com or download the new Cache Valley Daily mobile app. Cache Valley's premier choice for local news.
Skyview up on Bear River, 40-27 at half, and at the end of three quarters, Logan finds himself trailing Mountain Crest 39-35. This region is really interesting. Some games you feel like this Green Canyon team should win. They're losing. And some teams that I've seen Ridgeline blow out, specifically, I don't think, I can take that back. It wasn't a blowout, but kind of handily beat Mountain Crest. Mountain Crest giving Logan some fits right now.
Yeah. Coach Chandler Smith, I think, has done a good job out there. Ball comes in, bounds. Odom is out straight away. He tries to make a move on Jenks, goes up. He is partially blocked.
I think that was a pass, Dave.
Oh, was it a pass? Because it missed everything and went to Phil Mahala.
Yeah, I think
that was a time I thought that Luke probably didn't need to come over to help, because when the ball was passed, it went right to Luke's guy. And
was that Creighton or Diego on the defense on the dribble drive from Odom?
Creighton.
Yeah, I agree with you. I felt like he was in good position and in a spot where he could have just finished that play off. But the help defense led to the pass from Odom over the top to Villa Mahala, and he goes for the stripe for 2, knocks down his first one.
He's 3 for 3 on the night from the stripe. He'd make it 4 for 4.
All his points have come from the foul line, correct?
Yep.
Has yet to make a field goal.
Yep, averages close to 8 a game. He's got 4 right now. Diego Vasquez into the front court in the corner to Carson. Not going to shoot that one. Goes up top to Workman. They could get it. I think they can give it to Sorensen.
Absolutely, they could right there. I would say of all the players on the court, Grady probably has one of the harder times getting it into the post, but Carson Cox
on a little turnaround corkscrew jumper.
Yeah, a nice little post move.
Got it, 55-44, excuse me. Ridgeline in the lead. Cars has 13 in the ball game.
Yeah, he's played well in the second half.
Diego guarding ball, and that's Hoffman.
Turnover.
And he stepped on the end line.
Yeah, Carson, 8 of his 13 coming in this second half, as he's come alive offensively for the Riverhawks.
Grady Workman will come out, so will Sorensen. And now you got Cam Blotter and Diego Vasquez in the game together, which I don't think we've seen much of this year.
Yeah, Carson's going to play the 4 here, and Jagger Frankham at the 5.
It works.
Creighton
goes to 3, baseline. Carson comes up, almost dunks it, but puts it in, and he's fouled. He's up right by the rim.
I was sitting by his dad at the Mount Crest game, Dave, and he had a dunk in that game, and he said that's his first dunk of his high school career.
He should have had one down at, I've talked to him about it.
Yeah.
Down at Juan Diego, he was plenty high and decided, I'm going to lay it in, and he missed it.
That one there, it looked like he was going to go up and dunk that, but he elects to just get the bucket, and he gets the and one.
Misses
and is
the free
unable
throw.
to convert on the free throw, but a 57-44 lead here for Ridgeline.
Free throws for Ridgeline tonight have not been great, but they are up 57-44, as you said, so something's working out. Phil Mahala in the lane trying to work against Jagger, and he kind of sneaks around him and scores it.
Yeah, and there's the big guy's first field goal of the night, as he's got 6.
Cam Blotter crosses half court with Jared Anderson on him. Anderson's got 13 in the game. Good drive by Cam, and he goes up between the trees and he scores it.
Yeah, it's a great move and good body control by Cam Blotter as he beats Anderson off the dribble, and then he finishes past Larson.
Cam's
it's a beautiful move.
Cam's got double figures, and he's got a steal out of Anderson. To Carson Cox goes up.
Way.
Don't call that.
No way. I think it's a no call.
I probably do too.
There's not enough contact there. The defender just fell down. In college or the NBA, there's a flop rule, right?
Yeah, yep.
And you can't do that.
And
but in high school,
go ahead.
In high school, it's just a no call to me. I don't know that Carson was bumped enough to affect his shot, and the defender was just acting, in my opinion.
They called a flop at Utah State, the Utah State game the other night twice.
Oh, okay, so it is a college rule then.
Yep,
college
absolutely
level.
is.
Well, I know it's a safety thing because you don't want him underneath you on the ground. Ooh.
Did Carson, who was that?
That was Horman for 3.
Okay,
he
Horman
knocks
for 3.
it down.
Did Carson on the spin get it to go? And Jenks the other direction. Guys, I can't keep up.
You can't keep up. Yeah, it immediately leads. Horman's 3-point shot leads to Jenks on the fast break, and he goes up close to the rim and lays it up.
Jump shot, the rebound, layup, no good. Rebound grabbed and pushed the other direction. Cam Blotter gets it to Jenks. Now to Cam, back out to Diego. 3 ball, short, no good. Rebound grabbed by Odom. 64-49. Quickly the other way, layup. You got to turn around, and the layup was made by Mitch Larson.
And I think Anderson might have just fouled out of the game there.
On the spin move that Carson made, and you were talking about the call. Did Carson make the spin jump the shot?
Yes.
So it was
an and one, and then he made his foul shot, right?
Yes, he did make the free throw. I was expecting 2 free throws because I didn't see it go in.
No, yeah, he did get the and one.
64-51, Ridgeline now under control here with 4:33 remaining, and Diego and Jinx will go out. I really think those two have played well off the bench.
Well, Diego plays with such a high pace, high intensity, and he just hustles all the time. And then you got Jenks playing great defense and getting the ball in the bucket tonight with 9. Does he have 9 or 11?
Who, Jenks?
Yeah.
He's got 9.
He's got 9. So 9 off the bench is not an easy thing to do. And right there, Creighton Jenks doing a good job for the Riverhawks, providing a nice spark here as they find themselves up 13.
Cam Blotter misses both free throws.
With 4 minutes to go in the fourth.
It's not been his night at the line.
Definitely not.
Odom gets a dribble handoff, gets into the lane. He's picked up there by Cam Blotter. Passes errant, but grabbed by Davis. Spinning on a pivot. Knocked out from behind by Carson Cox, and they call a foul on that. Must have got a hand.
Must have got something.
I think Phil Mahala's shoe is
broken.
He was like just messing with it right now, and now he's kind of walking weird on his right heel.
He really is. I saw that kind of fold underneath his ankle.
Yeah, hopefully he's okay and it's not the foot and it's just the shoe. Or maybe I'm just seeing things.
Well, I saw what you saw, bud.
Davis gives it to Phil Mahala at the elbow, and he knocks it down.
Yeah, if you're going to get to the high post and you're going to get that kind of look, you got to knock it down as a big man, and a beautiful shot by Phil Mahala. He is still messing with his shoes.
That got him to his average of 8.
Look at that. He's like, he's almost limping down there.
Yeah, it's like you got the flat tire and it's still flat.
It's still flat.
Outside is Workman. Workman goes closer to the baseline and then brings it out. Now he's got room on that side if he wants it. Good defense. And he gets it into Sorensen when he pulled back his dribble. Sorensen dove to the basket.
Watch him.
Yeah, he's down.
He's still
tight.
messing with it.
I wonder if he's going to take it off and look at it.
Number 34.
He's still messing with that. I wonder if his insole on the insole. No, he didn't really fix anything. I'm enamored with that shoe right now, Dave. I don't know what to tell you.
You're locked in on that shoe.
Oh, he missed it.
Free throw is no good for Sorensen.
I wonder what, I mean, from the foul line, Ridgeline's got to be close to 50% or so. It hasn't been great.
It's not the best.
No. They're in the double bonus, and they're unable to capitalize and extend this lead. They're up 11. These could come back to haunt them if Green Canyon makes this a ball game with 3.5 to go in the fourth.
3:31 to be exact, and the second free throw is good by Luke. 12-point lead.
Oh.
Carson Cox with the steal. He's going to go up and dunk that down left-handed.
Nice play by Carson, and again, they try to go up over the top of the length of the Ridgeline press, and Carson gets a turnover.
You just can't
and
do
a dunk.
that.
No.
Odom picks it up, tries to do the same pass. It's knocked down by Grady, but it goes back to his teammate Horman. Now Horman bounce passes it to Odom. In the corner to Larson. 3 ball on the way is good.
Oh, wow. And Larson has come to play tonight. Yeah,
he's got 12.
Well over double digits.
Carson Cox in the backcourt goes to Frankham. He gives to Blotter. He goes left side, 35-foot line. Now gets it out straight away to Grady. He's 3 or 4 feet from midcourt. Trades places with Cam. And Blotter spins and goes right. 2:36 remaining in the game. Down low to Carson. Brings it out and gives to Sorensen. He'll raise for 3. Short. No good. Rebound. Good box out that time. I believe that was that Larson? No. Yeah, it was Larson. Green Canyon secures the board. Odom gives to Horman. Now up top, Larson. His pocket is picked by Cam Blotter. Down to Grady.
Dunk?
He goes up.
Oh,
he tries to dunk it and doesn't get it to go. Rebound comes out to Horman. And he's fouled by Cam Blotter as he's coming behind.
Yeah, Grady's upset with himself as he had the dunk opportunity and it just bricks off the back of the iron. But good defense by Ridgeline.
He can do it easily. It's just sometimes you rush that jump and your timing's off. 2 minutes to play here. 2 minutes, 67-56. Ridgeline in the lead. Odom picks up his dribble and goes to Larson. He's just off of the left side, drives to the right, goes up in the face of Sorensen, and he gets it to go.
Yeah, just kind of flips it up over his left shoulder and is able to get the bucket. A very tough shot there by Larson.
Inbounds comes to all the way down the other direction.
Boy.
That was a quick transition offense right there, because Cam Blotter entered the ball to Cox, and then Cox gives it to Cam, who was streaking down the middle. He gave to Frankham, and Frankham probably should have lobbed it up by the rim, because that's where Luke Sorensen was wanting it. Luke caught it and tried to reverse a layup, and they fouled him.
Well, some fresh-looking J's on Carson Cox here tonight. Check them babies out.
Those are Jordan 11s?
Yeah.
Those are sweet.
All whites. Looks like, oh no, he's got a little, those are sweet.
Yeah, I like those.
Uh-huh.
The 11s have always been my favorites.
I always like a strong shoe game.
Me too.
Yep.
You like the Odom's got the Grinchies on, the Kobe's.
Yeah, those are nice.
I've always liked those too.
Yep, those are clean.
The free throw line is Sorensen. Free throw is up and good. We'll count up free throws after the ball game, Nick, because I'm interested to see where they're going to be.
It's not pretty for Ridgeline.
Nope. 10-point lead for Ridgeline. Coach Day ices his own guy between his free throws as they call a timeout. And it's going to be a full timeout as they're taking a seat. So minute 33 remaining, 10-point lead for the Hawks. We'll be back in just a moment.
Adams Wealth Advisory is a financial planning firm that is combined with an investment firm to provide the best possible outcomes for our clients.
I always believe if you're intentional with your financial plan, things are going to work out really well for you.
Visit AdamsWealthAdvisors.com or call 752-1702 to schedule a time with an advisor today.
Here's today's hot and perfect tip.
Don't follow extreme routines. Do your own thing at Planet Fitness. Join now for just $10 a month and cancel anytime.
Ridgeline up 10, 68-58. Minute 33 remaining in the ball game. Back to the free throw line will go Luke Sorensen, as he just made the first of his two. He's got one more to come.
You calculated some numbers on the free throw shooting in Ridgeline below the 50% mark.
No, they are above the 50% mark.
Oh, just slightly above it.
15 for 26.
Okay. Oh, yeah, so they're...
But the interesting thing is how many more times they've been at the line.
Oh, I'm sure it's almost double, if not more.
In fact, I have Green Canyon 100% from the free throw line, but they've only shot 5.
Whoa. No,
second free throw is no good by Sorensen.
5? And Philma Hall has 4 of them?
Yes.
Wow.
3-point shot, no good. It's going to go up and over by Larson, Mitch Larson. So back to Ridgeline, 68-58.
26-5 on free throws. That's amazing. I'm sure Coach Brown's not pleased with that at all.
No, Grady gets it to Jagger. No, he doesn't get it. Jagger
turnover.
Couldn't just grab it.
Well, it's kind of a tough.
Yeah, it came off him a little
tough
funny.
handle there from Workman.
Minute 21. 10-point lead for Ridgeline. Davis gives it to Odom. Now to Larson. Kicks back out to Odom. On a pivot at the elbow, gives it to Pinniger, who hasn't played much in the second half. I thought he played well in the first. And rebound grabbed by Sorensen, chasing it down in the corner. He's trapped there. He goes off the legs of, that was either off of Pinniger
or Davis.
No, Horman, I think, was over there.
Oh,
wasn't
was
he?
that
21?
who was there? I couldn't tell. I wasn't really paying attention, sorry.
You're still worried about that shoe, aren't you?
Yeah.
Lob up top to Sorensen from Cam Blotter, and that is a exclamation point on this ball game.
Oh boy, that is a hammer dunk and a beautiful pass from Cam Blotter.
I love the way he looked right. He looked right towards Jagger and then lobbed it up left.
He's done that a handful of times through the season.
He does a really good job with that. Inbounds comes to Jagger, and they're not going to give him another one.
Oh my goodness.
Jackson Pinniger absolutely hammered Cam Blotter. Cam did finish the layup.
Did he get the N1?
Yeah.
No, I don't think he did.
He made it.
I don't think so.
Replay that bad boy.
I'm Mark. Here comes the pass from Frankham. See if our camera lady happened to follow this.
I hope she did, because if not, there's going to be trouble. Look at her. Watch it. Goes in.
It does.
Boom.
Wow. He got hammered by Pinniger, and Coach Day is going to He's going to bring the starters out of this ball game to kind of cool everybody off.
Just cool out.
Probably a good call here by Coach Stead. Little
free throw coming for Cam, and he made it.
Frustration, I'm sure, by some of the kids on the Green Canyon team as they've been unable to find a win here in Region 11.
Yeah, that was interesting. Did you see Cam coming and Pinniger recognized that Luke was on the side, so it was either going to be another lob or he was going to let Cam at least get to the rim like he did. So I think that Pinniger did about as much as he probably could, with the exception of letting Cam make the layup.
And I'm not saying it was a cheap foul at all. It was just physical.
He's a bigger guy.
Yeah, bigger dude.
Kick outside, three-point shot on the way by Horman is no good. Rebound backside.
Good luck.
By Putnam.
Okay.
To Brenchley. Preston now up top to Lowe. Dawson goes right side to Tyler Jackman. And they're gonna do the right thing here. Nobody's gonna take a shot. Which is not easy.
Somebody threw something from the, oh boy.
Coach Brown's looking up at his own stands, and he's not happy about it.
Not happy with that one.
That ends the ball game as Ridgeline wins 73-58 on an excellent second half by Ridgeline.
Yes, it was, and a good battle by Green Canyon as they gave Ridgeline all they wanted, especially in that first half. They have a 4-point lead, and then Ridgeline opens the half with a 16-2 run, and it just was too much for Green Canyon to overcome here as Ridgeline gets the win.
73-58 is our final. I'll tally these statistics for you. We'll share those for you just after this break.
Let the Hernandez Group with Keller Williams Realty answer all your real estate questions. They can help determine if the timing is right to make your next purchase or investment. Call 435-764-7979. The Hernandez Group with Keller Williams Realty.
Great Basin Graphics has quality screen printing, detailed embroidery, and award-winning graphic designers. The right look, the right design, the perfect fit. Get noticed with GBG. Get your order in today for spring products. Google Great Basin Graphics for screen printing and embroidery. 966 West 400 North in Logan. Your Cache and Box Elder County McDonald's take pride in being part of our community. Your local McDonald's is hiring with flexible hours, tuition reimbursement, and great pay. Start your career today. Apply at careers.mcdonalds.com. McDonald's is an equal opportunity employer committed to a diverse and inclusive workforce.
My name is Sabrina, and I recommend becoming a student at New Horizons Beauty College. I've learned techniques having to deal with hairstyling, nails, coloring, chemical services, and the most rewarding thing, seeing your improvement and then seeing what you've done to others and how happy it makes them.
Express Auto and Tire carries used vehicles for every budget and financing to help every credit situation. Express has thousands of used tires in every size for about $30 per tire. Express Auto, 3200 North Main, North Logan.
Are you looking for a rewarding career? Advanced Integrated Systems in Tremonton is looking for passionate technicians to join the team. Work with your hands daily to create custom next-level smart home experiences for each client. To learn more about our career paths and rewarding benefits, visit AISAV.com.
Defense helps win championships. That's true in business too. This is Dave Simmons. Les Olson IT is the best defense for your network. Everything from copiers to outsourced IT services.
Les Olson IT.
What do they do at the Logo Shop? Custom design t-shirts, hats, and jackets with your company logo. Or put your logo on pens, drinkware, golf balls, travel accessories, outdoor gear, anything. Give them a call. Check out the possibilities.
Logo Stop, the Logo Shop.
Are you dreaming of a new home but want to stay in Green Canyon Boundary? This is Dale Marshall with Century 21 and Sierra Homes. We have two amazing developments in Hyde Park and North Logan. You can stay in your current home while the new one is being built and even get a reduction on your interest rate. Call me at 435-512-7386.
Preston Watts Collision and Glass has been your #1 resource for collision repair and auto glass. We specialize in windshield repairs. Competitive prices, call Preston Watts Collision and Glass at 563-3215. We do it right.
No matter how cold it is outside, you can keep warm and toasty inside with a quality-built, super efficient York furnace. Call Advanced Heating and Air Conditioning at 752-7272. Online at advancedheating-ac.com. York, install confidence.
Welcome back to Ridgeline High School.
What's wrong with my game cam, bud?
Did she turn it off?
Well, I don't know that she turned it off. She just, it's frozen. No, it's got the kids singing with the student body. I don't know.
Interesting.
I'm going to go ahead and play.
Yeah, why don't you loop the replays?
I'm going to put the highlights on loop.
I like it.
We're going to watch those while we talk about this ball game statistically. You want a little background noise while you do this? Let's go like here. Let me go here. Here you go. This is what everybody thinks.
Is this the Sheryl Crow one?
No, well.
Okay.
This is for you.
Thank you.
This is for
Thank you.
We're going to bring you with some applause.
Thank you.
And then we're going to go with some Sheryl
somebody
Crow.
even just gave me a drum roll. Jeez Louise.
Okay, here you go, buddy.
Hey, we think that here's the players of the game we're going to go with. Actually, Nick, you why don't you announce those?
Yeah, players of the game for this ball game. We have Carson Cox with 20 points, leading the Ridgeline offense. He had a handful of steals and rebounds as well. Carson did a great job out there. And Mitch Larson really stood out to us. He had 14 points, led the Wolves in scoring, right?
Yes,
Here tonight
he did.
as he surpassed Anderson, who had 13.
Yeah, Jared Anderson had 10 at the half. Mitch Larson had 7 at the half. Mitch had another 7-point second half, and Jared had only 3. And so we're going to go with Mitch. My guess is Jared Anderson's had a real good handful of players of the game so far this season. For Ridgeline, as Nick mentioned, the leading scorer was Carson Cox. The only quarter he did not score in was the second, but he had 20 points on the evening. He was joined in double figures by Luke Sorensen, who had 18, and Luke had what felt like 20 rebounds in this ballgame. It's one reason why I don't prefer to give a player the game out right off the cuff, because I want to see all the numbers. Luke probably is just as deserving, but we're going to go with Carson tonight. Creighton Jenks had 9 points off the bench, and I thought Creighton played as a really solid ball game in place of the minutes that normally Zach Skinner would have had.
Agreed. I thought Creighton gave him a nice little spark. Had 7. You say 7 or 9?
9.
9. Had 9 points. Played good defense. Had some nice rebounds. Yeah, good job by Creighton Jenks tonight.
Grady Workman also had 9 points, and let's see, Cam Blotter also was, in my mind, one of the players you could have looked at for player of the game. He had 13 points, which is definitely above his average, and he also was able to dish out as the assist game like he normally does, and had a handful of steals. In fact, he had a couple that were just straight up rips. I mean, just picked the pocket of the guy he was guarding. Jagger Frankham was held beneath his average. He had only 4 points. 4 points on the night, which to me seems like, again, they probably weren't seeing him. Either he's not flashing hard enough to the ball, and I don't know, or they're not seeing him when he's got an opportunity in the post. So.
I think tonight what you'll have when you go back and watch film is anytime Jagger Frankham got it in the post, he was double teamed, and he wasn't at first, in the first half specifically, first quarter, he wasn't able to deal with the double team, and Green Canyon was creating a lot of turnovers when they would double. And I know Jagger made some adjustments, and he had some nice assists in the second half. But I think that quick double team from Green Canyon was giving him fits early in the ball game.
For Green Canyon, that rounds out the scoring for Ridgeline. The Green Canyon Wolves had 7 different players in the scoring column. Led in scoring again by Mitch Larson with 14, Jared Anderson with 13, and then Isaac Philamahala had foul trouble in the first half, but then in the second half made 4 for 4 free throws and had 2 field goals for his 8 points. Owen Odom had a really nice first half and then didn't score in the second half, so he finished with 9. Jackson Pinniger had 6, who I thought really came in and did a good job in the first half spelling off Isaac Philamahala when Isaac had the foul trouble. Boston Horman had 6, and Dylan Davis had 2. And that rounds out your scoring for Green Canyon. Real quick before we get to coach, just scoring by quarter, Ridgeline was outscored in the first quarter 19-14. The second quarter was a little closer between both teams, almost straight up. It was 17-16 in favor of Ridgeline. We had a 35-31 halftime lead for Green Canyon, but it was all Ridgeline in the third quarter. outscoring Green Canyon 20-7. One of those single-digit quarters, Nick, that we talk about so much that you just can't. It's really difficult to come back off a single-digit quarter. And then Ridgeline again in the fourth quarter had 22 to Green Canyon's 16, finishing the ball game with a 73-58 lead for Ridgeline.
What do I always tell you is the most important part of the game, bud?
You always say the starting of the second half.
Oh, come on. You're embarrassing me in front of Coach.
You always say turnovers.
Right. No, come on. Okay, the first. Now, this is football, okay?
He always says play low and slow.
This
That's
is my thing, it's football. Yeah, and I pulled my groin, so I am going to be low and slow from now on.
I like to tell Nick that he plays basketball like I like to smoke a pork shoulder.
Yeah, there you go.
Low and slow.
That's right.
The first 5 minutes of the game and the first 5 minutes of the second half. And Ridgeline, although they lost maybe the first 5 minutes of the game, they definitely won the first 5 minutes of the second half on that 16-2 run to open the half was huge. And the difference in the game right there.
Coach, there must have been something said at the half where you guys made some changes. Tell us if you could take us a little bit behind the locker room. What happened there?
I'm not sure how much I could tell you out here.
Go ahead, spill all the beans.
I'll say this, there weren't any changes made. There was a high amount of volume in the locker room. And I was upset with them, and I let them know that. I was really upset with their effort defensively in the first half. Like, Green Canyon has talented players. We know that, right? They have skilled guys who can score the ball. They've hung with people.
Yeah.
Their biggest problem is just getting over the hump and winning, right?
Yeah.
They can score the ball, and they for 3 quarters they were hung with Skyview at Skyview, right? And we know that. But I was frustrated with our defensive intensity and effort, and I thought in the second half it was clearly much, much better. That 16-2 run was all sparked by defense, really, the whole thing.
You did seem to get lost a couple times in the first half. We were noticing some defensive out of alignment and out of position, and you gave up some easy buckets to Green Canyon, and there was none of that in the second half.
So they were so much better there.
It was funny you say that about your halftime speech, because Dave and I were commenting how much we love a coach that is able to go up and get in a kid's face and chew some butt, so to speak. But they still know, they do it respectfully enough that the kid still knows they love him, and they'll come out here and play hard for him. So nice job getting your team fired up at half.
Nick,
Thank you.
At the half, the turnovers were definitely not in Ridgeline's favor.
And they weren't even in the game.
What happened when it was all said and done?
I mean, unofficially,
and this is super unofficial.
I have 12 to, let's just say 10 for Green Canyon. I have 12 for. Some of the fourth quarter I get a little. We might have won the turnover battle, but not by far. We trailed in turnovers for the majority of the game. Yeah,
because I believe that Green Canyon only had 2 or so at the half.
I think they ended up with 4.
Did they?
Yeah.
So obviously something different. Also, is that the defensive intensity you're talking about?
Yeah, the defensive intensity. The press worked more for us in the second half. Obviously a kid like Jared gets in foul trouble, it's going to be harder. Right? I mean, it's really hard. But the press has been effective against guys like him still throughout the year. But he's just another experienced guard that could have helped a little. And so that worked a little in our favor. But the kids just flew around more in the second half that way. And in the first half, our turnovers, I felt like, were in large part a lack of just toughness. Whether we got ran off of a screen or we caught it in the post and then let somebody come through and swipe at it. And maybe the kids are complaining about calls, and that is what it is, and we can't do anything about it. And I tell the kids all the time, we're bigger than everybody else, so you're unlikely to get the benefit of the doubt, right? They're going to think, like, if you get hit, it doesn't look like a foul, right? So it just makes it a lot harder. So, I was really proud of the effort for the boys the second half, because I was frustrated, and truthfully, we had 3 poor practices in a row, and so it was really nice to see them kind of bounce back. And these long weeks can be hard that way, and so it was nice to see them bounce back in the second half.
There was about a 2-minute run there where all 3 officials seemed to swallow their whistles.
Yeah.
And it got crazy.
It did get crazy.
It was both sides. It was both sides. I thought that there were fouls on both sides, and they just decided not to call it.
Right.
And that can get a little tricky because the game can get a little out of hand.
I got to mention Creighton Jenks gave you a nice spark
really
off the
nice
bench.
And Diego.
9 points.
Yeah, they both played well. And without Zach tonight, he's in the concussion protocol, and we have to just wait for him to get through that, and that's something we have to take seriously. And And so without him, it's nice to have those two. I tell the guys all the time, like, if you're on Ridgeline's basketball team, you're a good basketball player, and we like you as a basketball player. Otherwise, we wouldn't keep you. We just that's how we are here.
Like or that are good, huh?
Right.
That's amazing coaching.
I know, right? It's a good one, and really, if they get in the game, they got to have confidence in themselves. And I thought Diego, I don't know if he scored. I think he was good defensively, which is a big thing for us. And he was good helping relieve some pressure. And then Creighton made some big plays. I thought he rebounded well. I thought he hit a couple shots. He wanted to try to dunk that one, but I was glad he made the right choice and just laid it in. And really, I thought played probably his best game of the year.
I thought so too.
Yeah. I've heard that in some of the preseason, I think he's had more points.
Yeah.
But as far as impacting the game, I think tonight for sure. Well, he was a huge impact.
And we needed that without Zach on the floor. So.
Yeah,
for sure. Well, we'll let you go. We're going to come over with you on Wednesday to Bear River, so if you wouldn't mind coming up afterwards and visiting with us after that one.
Only if you guys help us out with free throws, then we'll go from there.
Oh, yeah. We weren't going to say anything.
Look, I'm not going to. I was going to say something. No. I can shoot free throws. There's no getting around that. I might still have the percentage record at Mountain Crest. I'd have to check.
Okay.
But if you need me,
let's look into that.
I always have a jersey on underneath my clothes, like a singlet when wrestling.
Like that coach that got in the JV game that's getting all that grief.
Yeah, that was crazy. Yeah.
Or I'll go skins.
You want to be out there.
I don't mind going skins. I mean, everybody else minds
let's save everybody else from that one. Huh?
Yeah, you got to get it ironed out from the stripe. I'm glad that didn't ultimately hurt you. But you come out with the win tonight. Nice job.
Yeah, they'll keep working at it for sure.
We'll see you next week.
Thanks,
Coach. Okay. That's Coach Kyle Day. His team wins 73-58. I mean, I don't like talking about free throws because I feel like it just gets
the more you
in
talk about it, the more it's an issue. If you just don't talk about it, you'll start making them. Is that your philosophy?
It's like Bruno. We don't talk about Bruno.
Who's Bruno? What's this?
To all of our Disney people out there, Encanto, remember the whole song? It's "We don't talk about Bruno."
What?
The movie Encanto.
No, I don't remember this. I've never seen Encanto. I'm sorry.
I'm kind of embarrassed for you right now.
Are you now?
I'm
a 41-year-old man that hasn't seen a cartoon.
You have children.
And they're
you
boys.
Have children.
And my youngest daughter, my only daughter, is 17. So I have no reason to watch Encanto. None. That came out like 5 years ago. And my boys had no interest in seeing it. They'd rather watch snowmobile YouTube videos instead of Encanto. Oh my, here we go. Make sure we don't play this for more than 30, bud. You might need to fast forward.
I don't know what I'm doing here. I wasn't really expecting it to come on that quick. Well, we don't talk about free throws and we don't talk about Bruno.
Okay. From a guy that just came back from Disneyland, this is probably fresh in the mind.
Let's see. Yeah, Disneyland's a whole other thing.
You're just going to restart it?
We're just I'm right now
the conductor has individually drove this train off the tracks.
You were off the rails with Isaac Filmahala's shoe, and I just got off the rails with not talking about free throws.
Oh, boy.
So, yeah, we're going to go over to Bear River and call that game against the Bears on Wednesday. We do need to before we wrap things up.
I'm going to give you some score updates, and then I'm going to talk quickly about the girls' basketball.
And then we'd like to know how our gals are doing.
Final, Bear River losing to Skyview 75-49. That was a final. And Logan was able to come back and beat Mountain Crest 60-55 as they were trailing at the end of 3. They came back in the fourth quarter and got the dub over Mountain Crest. And the Ridgeline girls basketball team is a smooth 17-0. 8-0, I believe. No, that wouldn't make sense. 6-0. 6-0 in region play. They just got done beating Green Canyon girls team as they are on the same schedule as the boys. They'll play Bear River on Tuesday, and then they'll play Skyview on Thursday of next week.
So they're rolling. They're a smooth criminal.
They started, speaking of good starts, you got smooth criminal.
Of course I do.
Speaking of good starts, they opened the game last night against Green Canyon with a 17-0 start, and then they led at half. What do you need here, bud?
It seems like our little phone app thing isn't working so good for us. See what I mean?
There you go.
Yeah, but it doesn't sound right.
Yeah, it is a little muffled.
There's something going on.
Hit play. Yeah, that doesn't sound.
I'm embarrassed.
Hang on.
I'm embarrassed about it, really.
Try it again. There you go. There, I fixed it.
Was it unplugged?
Smooth criminal. 17-0 lead in the first, and then they ended the half 24-4 on Green Canyon, who is a solid opponent. And the Ridgeline Lady Riverhawks just had their way with them last night as they ended up winning by 30. But I tell you what, I mean, they are focused, they are determined, and I've never seen a more competitive group of girls play basketball together collectively in my life.
Well,
I mean, that team is a team of teams right there.
At this point, you're looking to run the table, which is really kind of unheard of in a high school basketball.
Well,
in any boys, girls, any classification, to be able to run the table all the way through is unbelievable.
And I tell you what, these girls played up at Rigby, Idaho against a really good Rigby, Idaho team. They played down at Corner Canyon and beat Corner Canyon, and then they played Bountiful, one of the best teams in the state, regardless of classification, on this floor, and they ended up beating them by, I think, 9 or 10. The girls basketball team led by Emily Skinner is playing off the charts right now, as they got players at all positions that can get the ball in the bucket and handle the ball. And then they play this just suffocating man defense. I mean, you've seen it live, Dave. It is suffocating. To hold a team to 0 points in a quarter is almost unheard of.
If you can't handle the ball well against this Lady Riverhawks team,
it's over.
You're in trouble.
Game over.
We are Nick and I are going to go and we'll be calling the game. Isn't it this Tuesday? Aren't we calling the game? I think we're calling the game, Bear River game this Tuesday.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, we'll be
here. So we
here.
got 3 games. Two next week. Both Bear River games. Okay.
Yeah, so the Lady Riverhawks will host Bear River here on Tuesday night.
And, they got that Gracie Riley who can fill it up. And Bear River has given some teams some fits. So hopefully we'll have a good game. But that Ridgeline team is rolling right now.
And for our Green Canyon fans who are still sticking around and listening to this
nonsense
stuff go off the air, off the rails, the Lady Wolves next week will.
They'll play Skyview.
Wait
no.
for it. They go on the 7th. They'll be at Mountain Crest, and then they'll go to Logan on Thursday. So Tuesday and Thursday next week at Mountain Crest, at Logan.
Well, they should be able to rebound as Mary McKenna kind of hurt her shoulder in that game. She's the D1 athlete at Green Canyon.
She's really good.
Kind of hampered her a little bit, but I tell you what, that first quarter start, I mean, that just puts teams. I mean, it was demoralizing. They had no answer for the Ridgeline defense that night.
So lots of fun stuff coming up over the next couple weeks at high school sports all around the valley. We'll again have the Riverhawks covered next week, as the gals will play on Tuesday and the boys will play on Wednesday, and we'll be going on the air probably around 6:45 each of those 2 days. Final thoughts? You want to just wrap this up?
I'm done. I'm out of thoughts.
Okay,
I spent them all.
Okay, we're going to take advantage of that. For Nick Zollinger, I'm Dave Simmons. Appreciate you all joining us tonight. Ridgeline wins this one 73-58 over Green Canyon. Good night.
This Ridgeline Riverhawks broadcast has been a presentation of 104.5 The Ranch and CashValleyDaily.com. Made possible by the support from Adams Wealth Advisors, Great Basin Graphics, McDonald's, Logo Shop, Castelite, Napa Auto Parts, Planet Fitness, El Salvador Los Primos, DD Auto Salvage, Advanced Integrated Systems, Cache Valley Auto Care, Les Olson Company, New Horizons Beauty College, and CashValleyDaily.com. Catch the replay of tonight's game on CashValleyDaily.com.